giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. There are hundreds of decisions being made to ensure the success of the family farm for the next generation, and Keystone has the resources to meet the needs of your operation. We consider it an honor to partner with Countrymark to provide premium diesel fuel to ensure your engines run clean for the duration of the work. Proudly fueling the boilermakers, Keystone Cooperative, centered on you.
If your company is seeking to relocate or expand quickly, Hancock County, Indiana has a wide variety of business sites, including 4 shovel-ready certified silver business parks, plus higher than normal broadband capacity with an extensive fiber network with more than 2,000 miles of lines. Connecting opportunity with success. Contact the Hancock County Economic Development Council at www.hancockedc.com or at 317-477-7241.
Providence, Rhode Island, NCAA second-round action today. Purdue and McNeese. Time for our Big Ten report brought to you by Toyota. Dear style, efficiency, and performance. Glad we're on the same team this season and every season. So let's keep huddling up with a stylish and fuel-efficient RAV4, Corolla, or Camry. Or go wild with a rugged Tundra and Tacoma. Ready for you, Toyota. Let's go places. I mentioned it going to that last commercial break. What a great start for the Big Ten when it comes to NCAA tournament play. The Big Ten goes 8-0 in first-round opportunities. The games that were played yesterday, Friday, and they were late-night games. So if you didn't stay up for them, I get it. Michigan State, a late-night win over Bryant, 87-62 in a 2-15 matchup. Cohen Carr, a career-high 18 points for the Spartans, who now will play 10-seeded New Mexico at 8:40 Sunday night. 5th-seeded Oregon beat 12th-seeded Liberty, 81-52. They're playing in Seattle. They'll now play Arizona at 9:40 Sunday night. Maryland won yesterday. They were playing in Seattle as well. 4-seeded Terrapins, 81-49 over Grand Canyon. Julian Reese, 18 points, 9 rebounds. That means Maryland now plays Colorado State 7-10 Sunday night. Colorado State, of course, with a former Boilermaker on their roster in the name of Ethan Morton. And Illinois last night, an 86-73 winner over Xavier. Will Riley with 22. The Illini now play the 3rd-seeded Kentucky Wildcats in Milwaukee, 5:15 on Sunday. The Big Ten teams in action today include Michigan, a 5-seed, playing 4-seeded Texas A&M in Denver, 5:15 this afternoon. 7:45 tonight, 3rd-seeded Wisconsin, playing 6-seeded BYU. That game also in Denver. And 9:40 tonight, it is UCLA playing Tennessee. Tennessee a 2-seed. They're in Lexington. That's again at 9:40 this evening, part of the Midwest bracket. When we return, we'll take a closer look at the McNeese Cowboys Scouting Report segment coming with Bobby Riddell when he sits down with Terry Johnson on the other side of this timeout. Coach Johnson should know these guys well. He played at Lamar, one of the big rivals of McNeese State, at least back in the day when we still called them McNeese State. The Scouting Report segment brought to you by Purdue Global. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know that when agriculture thrives, we all do. It's the heart and grit of our agricultural communities that keep the crops coming in and the livestock cared for day and night. That's why we build financial solutions around the needs and schedules of our ag clients. If you're looking for a financial partner that has over 135 years experience in understanding and supporting agriculture, we want to hear from you. Let's harvest success together. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal opportunity lender.
You want it? We got it. University Bookstore has you covered on all Purdue athletic sports apparel. Shop online at PurdueU.com. Anything and everything you need. Or visit our main location across from the Union and our stadium store across from Mackey Arena. You want it? We got it. At University Bookstore.
University Bookstore. More than just a bookstore.
UBS, a proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
Hi, it's Matt Painter, men's basketball coach at Purdue University. I'm proud to be a graduate of the College of Liberal Arts, which continues to innovate with programs like Cornerstone, Degree in 3, and Degree Plus. What I learned in my classes serves me every day. The College of Liberal Arts prepares all Purdue students to think broadly and lead boldly, values that mean a lot to me. I'm grateful for the education I received in the College of Liberal Arts. I encourage you to check out the College of Liberal Arts at Purdue to see where your degree can take you.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 and 2024 CY Industry Report total sales.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
Welcome back here to the pregame show from Providence, Rhode Island, where today Purdue, in the second round of the NCAA tournament, takes on the McNeese State Cowboys. Time now for our scouting report segment presented by Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Joined now by assistant coach Terry Johnson. And coach, let's first start off recapping our big win in the first round over High Point, that victory 75-63 over the 13th seed. We've actually now won as a program our last 73 games when we've held the opponent to under 70 points. That seems like a nice line in the sand as far as our defense goes. What were some things from a defensive standpoint that you liked in that first round game?
We did a really good job of keeping the ball out of the paint. You know, they got the ball in the paint a lot in their championship game and in really like the last month of their season, and that's kind of like what we've been harping on, keeping the ball out. Now they did make some threes, but they had we was able to contest a lot and stretch them out and make them a little tougher and then rebound the basketball.
In that game, our bench really came through for us, contributed 22 points off the bench. Our bench has certainly been inconsistent at times this year, but it was great to get that production from them. How happy are you to see some of those guys come in and give big contributions in that game?
It was really exciting to see, especially a few of them NCAA tournament first time, getting that experience. And coach told them, let it loose, guys. Go play, have fun out there. And when a coach tell you that, I mean, it should be more comfortable for you to just let it loose and play and don't worry about actually what's going on. And then just play the game, and it was really good to see.
Yeah, nothing more you want as a player than to have your coach out there, you know, building that confidence and giving you that encouragement to go out there and play. All right, today's opponent, the 12 seed McNeese State in the Midwest region. They're the Southland regular season and conference tournament champions, led by head coach Will Wade, their second consecutive NCAA tournament appearance. They were able to pull off the upset and hold off the 5 seed Clemson, one of those games where they built a huge first half lead and then held on for that late Clemson surge. What did you see from them in that first matchup that allowed them to pull off the upset?
Well, first of all, they got an experienced team. Like, not only an experienced team, a team that has played a lot of players that play high major opponents, just because they came from high major schools, and so wasn't completely shocked, because just watching on film, you knew how long and athletic they were, how physical they played. Even though in their league you don't see that as much, but they're a really good team, well coached, and we're just looking excited to play against them.
Their starting point guard, Copeland, certainly an interesting player. He is a Syracuse transfer. He's averaging 9 points and 4.5 assists per game, but he's only made 3 threes all year, so not a big outside threat. He's going to be a big wild card in today's game, won't he?
Yes. Now, Copeland is hilarious now. Like, I remember watching him and scouting against him when he was with Syracuse in Hawaii. We would have played him if they would have won, but they didn't. But he was a different position. Like he was off the ball. He was more like a 4 for Syracuse, and now he's their point guard. And I talked to some teams earlier in the year. Their team took off when he went to the point. They had a guy get hurt, and he went to the point, and their team just took off from there. And he's just a downhill driver. He really loves to pass. And for those out there that know Magic Johnson, that's who he kind of think he is. And he's going to make some great passes. He's going to make some crazy passes. We want to make sure he makes a lot of crazy passes, and we get a lot of deflections on him.
Yeah, he's got a little Travion Williams in there as far as some good passes, but some crazy ones as well. All right. Big game here, trying to win to get this advancement to the Sweet 16, get a chance to play in Indianapolis if we're able to do so in that Midwest region regional final. So what are a couple keys to victory today over at McNeese State?
One, we want to make it hard for them to score. We want to keep them out of the paint, away from the basket, make them take tough twos, contested threes, and then rebound the basketball. And then we want to go and have some fun on the other end. We got to be shot ready. And Coach showed them again, guys, let it flow. They're going to be mixing up defenses, but it doesn't matter. Our guys seen it all. We just got to be ready to go and ready to shoot the basketball.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck tonight.
All right. We got to crash them on the glass.
How about Coach Johnson? Had to sneak in one more key. We had to go to commercial break, but he's like, ooh, hold on now. I got one more. We got to crash the glass. Terry Johnson there with the scouting report brought to you by Purdue Global. Bobby Riddell back to the microphone on the other side of this timeout. A scoreboard update is coming next. It's a busy day in the NCAA tournament second round, and he'll tell you all about it when we come back. Today in the site we are at, Providence, Rhode Island. It's McNeese, it's Purdue. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details, financing with credit approval offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers players and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
Welcome back here to the pregame show. Purdue versus McNeese with a chance to advance to the Sweet 16 in Indianapolis next weekend. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scores, and we'll focus on today's NCAA tournament action yet to come. Purdue and McNeese will be the first game of the day, tipping off at 12:10. Following that game, though, the next matchup will be right here in Providence. The 10-seed Arkansas Razorbacks taking on the 2-seed St. John's Red Storm. That game in the West region. Arkansas 21-13 on the year. St. John's 31-4. That winner moving on to the Sweet 16. The next matchup of the day will be at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Another Big Ten squad, one of 4 Big Ten squads playing in today's action. The 5-seed Michigan Wolverines taking on the 4-seed Texas A&M Aggies. That game in the South region, and that game will air on CBS. The next matchup at 6:10 p.m. on TNT, the 11-seed Drake Bulldogs, who pulled off the upset in round 1 over Missouri. They're 31-3 on the season, will take on the 30-seed Texas Tech, and that game will be also from the West region. Texas Tech on the year 26-8. Moving on at 7:10 p.m., 9-seed Creighton takes on the 1-seed Auburn Tigers in the South region. Creighton 25-10 on the year. Auburn 29-5. That game will air on TBS or True TV. Moving on at 7:45 p.m. on CBS, the 6-seed BYU Cougars taking on the 3-seed Wisconsin Badgers in the East region. BYU 25-9 on the season. The Badgers 27-9. At 8:40 p.m. on TNT in the Midwest region, the 8-seed Gonzaga Bulldogs taking on the 1-seed Houston Cougars. Gonzaga 26-8 on the year. Houston 31-4. The winner of that game will take on the winner of our Boilermakers versus McNeese in the Midwest region in Indianapolis. And the last game of the evening at 9:40 p.m. on TBS, 7-seed UCLA Bruins taking on the 2-seed Tennessee Volunteers. That game also in the Midwest region. The winner of that advancing to Indianapolis next weekend. UCLA 23-10 on the year. Tennessee 28-7. When we return to the pregame show, we will have Coach Painter's pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Sounds like it's time to call Hayes & Sons. Fire, floods, mold, and other disruptive events can wreak havoc on your home or business. That's when the Hayes & Sons team goes into action. We've got your back. From assessing the damage and taking immediate steps to secure your home, to working with your insurance to ease the pain, and from restoring contents to repairing and rebuilding, so your home feels just like it did before it was hit by the storm. When disaster strikes, call Hayes & Sons. We do restoration right.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit relayindiana.com now.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit fcma.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Welcome back, everyone. Amica Mutual Pavilion, today's second round NCAA tournament action as Purdue takes on McNeese, the Cowboys, the 12 seed, who advanced with an impressive win over Clemson just 2 days ago. Let's talk to Matt Painter, the Boilermaker head coach, get his pregame comments on this one. As always, Coach Painter's comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at purduefed.com. Before we look ahead to this one this afternoon, and obviously it's the most important thing on the schedule, but I would at least like to take 30 seconds to look back on the win against High Point on Thursday, Coach. Of all the things that impressed me, aside from the final score from our ball club on that particular day, the fact that your bench gave you such a lift, 22 points, 22 rebounds for the guys that were not in the starting lineup.
Yeah, they were great, and that's what you want, from everybody. Not just your bench, but they did a really good job. I think that, the tip dunks by Cam and by Miles, that really gave us energy, but more just the effort, just being around the basketball. Cam had a fabulous game, getting a double-double, and that's what we need. CJ, Jakari had 8 rebounds in 15 minutes. Just pretty impressive just across the board. But as a group, we were just quicker to the basketball and gave us about 20 more possessions in the rebounding category.
Well, now we move ahead as one does in NCAA tournament play, and you're always happy to be looking ahead because that means you've made it to the next step. Not easy today against McNeese. 28-6, winners of the Southland Conference. They've only lost 2 conference games in the last 2 years combined. And defensively, man, it sure seems to be where they hang their hat, Coach. This is a team that has, top 20 in the country in points allowed. They only allow 64 points a game. What is it that makes them so tough on the defensive end?
Just guarding the basketball, swarming the basketball, switching style. They make you make one-on-one plays. They make you make decisions. They rotate well. They play passing lanes. I could go on and on. They're just, it seems like they got 6 guys out there, but you have to be fundamentally sound. You have to know when to go fast, but also be under control. And you got to see the floor. The floor is always changing out there because of the way they get out of plays and they get back into plays.
I heard you mention the team, I believe it was yesterday, when you're, just trying to kind of explain what this team in McNeese is all about. And you said, and I'm paraphrasing here, yeah, maybe this is a mid-major team by label or by definition, but it's full of high-major players. They've just transferred into a mid-major school. This is literally a high-major team.
No question about it. And they have a big-time coach who's been very, very successful in college basketball that knows how to get his team up, to play hard, to compete at the highest level. But there's a method to their madness. Sometimes when you see teams that are that way, people don't realize the schemes that are there in certain scenarios, especially on the defensive end.
Offensively, they do have the Southland Player of the Year in Javon Garcia, the fifth-year senior from Columbus, Ohio. What is it about him that makes him such a tough cover?
Just his ability to make plays, more than anything. And it kind of goes to their team, right? Can you shoot the basketball? They have a couple guys that can really shoot the basketball, but everybody can drive, and Garcia can do it at all three levels. And, if they just had him and that was it, you could load up on him, you could do a lot of different things, but they have everybody can play. And so, you have to be prepared when they sub. They keep fresh bodies out there to be able to contain the dribble. And that's something against High Point that we did a much better job. We were around the basketball more, but we contained the dribble. We did a much better job of keeping the ball out of the paint.
And in closing, defensively, Christian Shoemate is certainly the guy that he is the straw that stirs the drink. Second straight year he's been named their Conference Player of the Year. 6'6", 215 pounds. So often we think of Defensive Players of the Year as being 7-footers that just stand around the bucket and block shots. This guy's 6'6". How does he do it?
He plays big, long arms, athletic, very athletic. 1,100 rebounds. You're 6'6", you got 1,100 rebounds. That speaks for itself right there. And just a physical, quick, athletic, energizer bunny, man. Just a guy that's going at all time. And he plays a lot bigger than he is. And, you have to get a body on him. You got to keep him in front of him. He can't play. When he plays with angles and he's getting offensive rebounds and he's getting in transition, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and a 1,700-point career scorer. Not too shabby. Coach Painter, thank you. Good luck here today.
All right, thank you.
Coach Matt Painter, pregame comments presented by Purdue Federal Credit Union. Purdue Federal Credit Union, proud to be the official credit union for Purdue fans. Discover the credit union difference at PurdueFed.com. We're scheduled for 12:10 tip-off, fans. Purdue and McNeese. The Cowboys, the 12 seed, 28-6. The Boilermakers, the 4 seed at 23-11. When we come back, Bobby Riddell rejoins me with our keys to the game. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
It's Truck Month with the Ford crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 and 2024 CY Industry Report total sales.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics. Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with a Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at IndianaKitchen.com. Also brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. The tip is moments away. This is Boilermaker Basketball.
Purdue, the 4 seed. McNeese, the 12 seed. NCAA tournament action, round number 2. Hosted by Providence College here in Providence, Rhode Island at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Before I bring Bobby Riddell back onto the microphone to give you his keys to the game, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. And with that, time for keys to the game. Here's Bobby Riddell.
Thank you, Rob. Key number one, the three-point shooting. Going to be a huge key in both of these, for both these teams. Looking at today's game, we talked about it a little bit earlier in the pregame show how critical it could be. And Clemson, in their loss against McNeese, they finished a respectable 9 for 30 from three on the game, 30%, but were just 1 for 15 from three in that first half. When you saw that game get away from them, it allowed McNeese to build that 18-point lead. Clemson roared back with some better shooting in the second half, but it wasn't enough. Purdue, on the other hand, a top 15 three-point shooting team in the country, so fully capable of having some explosive three-point shooting games. And the staff for Purdue wants these players to be ready to shoot the ball anytime they have an opening. McNeese is not a team that has shown on film that you're going to have a lot of success driving the basketball, especially when you consider Purdue's personnel. Not a lot of guys you would consider great drivers, but guys who can step up and make shots. So Purdue wants their players to be ready to shoot the basketball, be shot ready when that pass presents itself. One of the big vulnerabilities of this McNeese defense is their tendency to allow open threes when they have breakdowns in their chaotic defense. In their 6 losses this year, they're averaging giving up 10 threes per game. And in 5 of those 6 losses, they gave up 10-plus threes. Only one of those losses they allowed less than 10. So Purdue can certainly, if they can get hot from three, that's going to bode well for them, make a good chunk of triples. And then McNeese, on the other hand, not a great three-point shooting team, but fully capable. In their 6 losses, they average just about a little over 5 threes made per game. Second key, the rebounding. Purdue was elite on the glass against High Point. Was really fun to watch. They dominated 45-24 overall. Won the offensive rebounding 19-7. Played such a big part in that game. Second chance points, Purdue won 20-8. And you think about that, McNeese on the other side of the floor today, they're a quality rebounding team, but not great necessarily. And they're better as an offensive rebounding team than a defensive rebounding team. Defensively, from a rebounding standpoint, they really struggle. They're just 198th in defensive rebounding in the nation, 79th in offensive rebounding, so they're better on that side. In their conference championship game, in their victory over Lamar, they gave up 21 offensive rebounds. So look for Purdue. If they do miss shots, hopefully Purdue can be active on the offensive glass, just like in their win over High Point. Could be a pivotal piece of this game. And on the flip side, McNeese, being a solid offensive rebounding team in their own right, Purdue has really got to be sure they box out and chase loose balls and long rebounds every time a miss happens. Third and final key, toughness. Toughness in general, both mentally and physically for Purdue in this game. We saw Clemson, especially in the first half, just get overwhelmed and frazzled by this McNeese team with their athleticism and their intensity. Clemson was not ready for that mentally or physically. Purdue hopefully saw that and is more prepared to handle that, because you got to be strong with the basketball, physically tough, box outs, and mentally you have to be the smart basketball team. You can't drive into the teeth of the defense and put yourself in bad positions against this McNeese defense.
Those are the keys, what it will take for Purdue to advance on to a Sweet 16. That's what the Boilermakers are trying to do. That's what the Cowboys of McNeese are trying to do. When we come back, it's time for the starting lineups presented by Hayes & Sons and the opening tip-off from Providence. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
With the Boilermakers, every pass, shot, layup, and score is more than just part of the game. It's a testament to the teamwork, elbow grease, and can-do attitude it takes to win. In the same way, Case IH knows every successful farm is more than just a farm. It's the product of top-notch tillage, planting, harvesting, hay, and forage equipment at the hands of hardworking growers. Get a slam dunk by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers to learn more. Boiler up!
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCAA.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network, from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud to be longtime fans and supporters of Purdue Athletics. Also brought to you by University Bookstore, the official textbook provider for Purdue Athletics and home to the original Purdue Beat. It's time to dance. Live from Providence, Rhode Island, it's the NCAA Tournament. The Boilermakers, the Cowboys. The tip is moments away. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air.
And here we go. Purdue, McNeese, NCAA Round 2 action from Providence, Rhode Island. Today's starting lineups presented by Hayes & Sons, helping Boilermakers restore their property damaged by fire, water, mold, or storms for over 42 years. At Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. 12-seeded McNeese Cowboys, winners of the Southland Conference. They won the regular season. They won the tournament championship as well. Here's how they will line up. In the backcourt, their best player, Javon Garcia, 6'3", fifth-year senior, transfer from UMass, originally from Columbus, Ohio, the Southland Player of the Year, also the tournament MVP. He averages 13 points a game. Joining him in the backcourt is DJ Richards Jr., a 6'4 junior from Houston, Texas, transfer from Texas San Antonio, where he was Conference USA as a freshman 2 years ago playing for those folks. The point guard is Quadir Copeland. He's a 6'6 junior. He's from Philadelphia, transferring in from Syracuse, averaging 9 points a game, and he had 18 in the championship game of their conference tournament. Certainly more than capable. Up front, it'll be Christian Shoemate, 6'6", 213-pound fifth-year senior, originally from Chicago, transferring in from Tulsa, the Defensive Player of the Year in the Southland Conference both last year and this year. And the center is Joe Charles, 6'9", 215-pound senior, originally from the state of Lafayette, from the state of Louisiana, I beg your pardon, who played his early portion of his career at Louisiana Lafayette. He was third-team All-Conference last year at ULL. Head coach of the Cowboys, Will Wade, in his second season at McNeese. He's 50-8 in those 2 years. He's also coached as a head coach at Chattanooga, VCU, and LSU. McNeese has beaten the Big Ten team recently. Last year they won against Michigan in Chrysler. Purdue Boilermakers are 23-11 and seeded fourth. Here's how they will go. The point guard, Braden Smith, 6 foot, 170-pound junior from Westfield, who just this week named a consensus first-team All-American. He had 20 points against High Point on Thursday. Joining him in the backcourt, Fletcher Lawyer, the 6'5 junior from Fort Wayne, who's averaging 13 points a game and has scored over 1,200 points in his career. Also in the backcourt, C.J. Cox, 6'3", 200-pounder, the freshman from nearby Lexington, Massachusetts. He's just an hour away from where we are here in Providence, born and raised. At a forward, Caleb First, 6'10", 235-pound senior, the only senior on the roster, the former Indiana Mr. Basketball. And the big man in the middle is Trey Kaufman-Wren at 6'9", 230 pounds, a redshirt junior from Sellersburg, Indiana. He had 21 points, 8 rebounds against High Point on Thursday. Earlier this week, he was named an honorable mention All-American. Trey Kaufman-Renn, 18 20-point games in his career when you count in the 21 on Thursday. Matt Painter, the boss of Boilermaker basketball in his 20th season as the head coach of Purdue. 470 wins as the head coach of the Boilermakers for Matt Painter, who's been a Big Ten Coach of the Year 5 times. McNeese travels in blue uniforms and blue shorts. It's a blue jersey, a blue short. It reads McNeese in yellow across the chest with yellow numerals front and back and white trim. Boilermakers are the home team designation-wise with a 4 seed, so Purdue's wearing white unis, same uni they wore on Thursday. White jerseys, white shorts. It reads Purdue in black capital block lettering across the chest. Black numerals front and back with old gold trim. 3-man officiating crew for this one today. Jeffrey Anderson, A.J. Desai, and Tony Henderson. And we're almost ready for the second round action of the NCAA tournament. Last year in the second round, Purdue was in Indianapolis, beat Utah State to advance to the Sweet 16. McNeese on Thursday won their first ever NCAA tournament game. They had been 0-3 before they won that game against Clemson on Thursday afternoon.
How about that, right? Your school gets its first ever NCAA tournament win, and the head coach does it against his alma mater, as Will Wade was a Clemson Tiger player once upon a time.
Sometimes the storylines for the media, they just write themselves.
No question.
Purdue was the last team to break the huddle. They'll come out here and now have their starting 5 have their own little quick huddle right near the midcourt logo that reads March Madness. Caleb First jumps it up against Shoemate. Shoemate at 6'6", First at 6'10", but after watching Shoemate in the layup line, this guy is a leaper. Jeffrey Anderson tosses the ball high in the sky. It is picked up actually right at half court by Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue wins the toss in the front court. And we are underway at the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Purdue with the first possession of the game. And it's a two-handed dunk on the front of the rim for Trey Kaufman-Renn off a perfect feed from the left wing from Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue leads 2-0, and we barely played 15 seconds.
Well, how about that? A dime there from Fletcher Lawyer, just leading Kaufman-Renn beautifully away from his defender. And Kaufman-Renn has a size advantage in the low post area against this McNeese team. Hopefully Purdue can find him early and often.
Trey, the leading scorer for Purdue at 20 points a game. McNeese attacking the basket to our right here in this opening half. And the ball in the hands of Javon Garcia, their best player. He wears a face mask, a black face mask. Kick it for a corner 3. It is made by, wouldn't you know it, Copeland, who makes his 4th 3 of the season. His 4th 3 of the entire season from the right corner, and it's McNeese leading 3-2.
Unbelievable. Purdue's going to have short closeouts with him, and understandably so, most of this game, but he hits one there.
Here's a 3 right wing from Fletcher Lawyer. It's a bullseye, and Fletcher Lawyer answers. First made 3 in the last 3 games for Fletcher. Purdue leads 5-3.
That guy, on the other hand, has made way more than 3 threes on the season. You can't give Lawyer that much space.
Purdue's in a man-to-man in a half court. McNeese driving. Here comes Shoemate working on Trey Kaufman-Renn. Stopping, kicking out for a 3. It's coming from deep. It's from the top of the key. It is missed by Joe Charles, and it's rebounded by Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Renn. Boilermakers right to left wearing the white uniforms. Braden Smith, high right wing. Purdue leading 5-3. We played 90 seconds. C.J. Cox, swing it left side. Caleb First bounces it inside of Trey Kaufman-Renn. Spins and dunks again. Another dunk for Trey Kaufman-Renn. This time the one-handed variety, and Purdue leads 7-3.
Well, McNeese getting stuck in these cross matches. That time Garcia just got punked by Kaufman-Renn.
Garcia left elbow jumper is short, but rebounded out of there by Shoemate. His putback is no good. Rebounded again, though, by McNeese. An offensive rebound, a reload, a triple from the left wing. Good. It's from Javon Garcia. 2 offensive rebounds for the Cowboys, and it's 7-6 Purdue. And now McNeese jumps into a 2-1-2 three-quarter court trap. Purdue breaks it by throwing the ball midcourt to C.J. Cox, and now Purdue sets up the offense, leading 7-6. Purdue in the front court, working right to left. Braden Smith the dribble, guarded closely by Garcia. Chest pass right wing, it goes to Fletcher Lawyer. Lawyer tried to lob it into the right baseline where it's caught by Kaufman-Renn. Now to Cox, swing it left corner, 3 on the way. Braden Smith is a triple time. First made 3 of the game for Braden Smith. Purdue leads 10-6.
Oh, the ball movement there, just exquisite by that Purdue offense. The one more pass from Cox to Smith. and Smith cashes it in from the corner.
Copeland coming off a screen from Shoemate, getting to the left elbow, throwing the ball to the far right wing, caught by Garcia. He dribbles into the right elbow, stops. Now goes again, and this is going to be a charging foul. Garcia lowered the left shoulder. Braden Smith took the charge, and that's a turnover on the McNeese Cowboys. First foul of the game on Javon Garcia, the Southland Conference Player of the Year.
What a play there by Braden Smith, and check out the jersey of Shoemate. The entire jersey is basically ripped in half.
Oh,
he just tore it even further.
And the official, Jeffrey Anderson, just saw what you saw, Bob, and they're going to make him change his jersey. He's going to switch to number 22. He had been wearing 24. Great catch by you, partner. He had ripped literally down the entire left side of the uniform. Along the seam, it had ripped completely out. So Shoemate has to switch into now number 22 as the uniform change is made here by the Cowboys.
It happened about 3 or 4 possessions ago, and I noticed it kind of just flailing in the wind. But back to that last possession, Braden Smith, great job taking that hit in the chest to force the charge.
Fletcher Lawyer breaks the three-quarter court press with a dribble over the timeline, gives the ball to Braden Smith. We're under 17 to play first half. Purdue leading 10-6 over McNeese. Braden Smith trapped on the right arc, bounces to Trey Kaufman-Wren. He gives it to Caleb First, who dunks with 2 hands. Purdue has 3 dunks already in the game, and Purdue leads 12-6.
And the passing and execution by Purdue early has been wonderful.
Copeland coming downhill, swing it left wing, and he threw it almost out of bounds. Barely saved by Richards over there in front of Matt Painter, standing near the Purdue bench. Shot clock at 12. Copeland, the dribbler, left to right, the Syracuse transfer, wearing a blue T-shirt, pulling from 3, missing badly. That's the three-point shooter we thought we were going to see on his first attempt. C.J. Cox is on the right arc, gives to Braden Smith, fakes a 3, dribbles in, floats it up for Caleb First, who couldn't catch it cleanly, and it ends up being a turnover taken by Joe Charles of the Cowboys. Here comes McNeese, left to right, stolen by C.J. Cox. C.J. attacking the rim at the other end. His reverse layup is good. Purdue leads 14-6. C.J. Cox with a pick 6.
What a play, C.J. just reading the passing lane, reading the eyes of Copeland. That's the Copeland Coach Johnson's talking about, a guy that's going to force some passes sometimes that gets them in big trouble.
Garcia to the high left wing, gives it to his teammate Richards. Back to Copeland. He's on that left wing. I beg your pardon. That's Garcia. Kicks in the left corner. 3 on the way for Charles is an air ball. Weak side rebound by the Boilermakers. Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue wants to run. Braden Smith a 3 in transition. Missed it badly. Rebounded, however, by Copeland of McNeese. McNeese wants to run. Left to right. Here they come. Garcia wearing a black mask to protect a broken nose that he broke actually last summer. Garcia coming downhill, left elbow, stopping, leaning in, giving to his teammate. That's now Shoemate wearing 22 with a shot clock at 13. Shoemate to the right block. He will stop. He'll spin from trouble. Now he'll attack again. Kick it out to the right wing. A deep 3 on the way for Richards is no good, but rebounded by whom? And nobody. Out of bounds baseline right. Purdue the possession as we pause to catch our breath. Purdue 14, McNeese 6. 15:05 to go first half on the Central Indiana Honda Dealer Scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They are all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 and 2024 CY Industry Report total sales.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
This is Caleb First, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Caleb has 2 early points with a slam dunk. Purdue leads 14-6. The Boilermakers start the game shooting 2 of 3 from the three-point line. McNeese 2 of 6 from the three-point line. And Purdue with 14 points already has more first-half points than Clemson had Thursday. Clemson only scored 13 for the half. This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship authorized under broadcast rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Bob, might we see McNeese change up the defense here coming out of this timeout?
I would not be stunned whatsoever to certainly see that. This is a team in McNeese that will change their defenses up often. Looks like we're going to see some full court pressure here in the backcourt, but from a Purdue standpoint, you love all 5 starters chipping in. Everybody's got at least a bucket.
And again, 14 points after Clemson had 13 at the half against these guys Thursday.
1-3-1, here it is.
You got it. Braden Smith, high left wing in the left corner. Miles Colvin, who just subbed in, had the ball knocked out of his hands by Copeland, but out of bounds. Purdue keeps the possession. Subbing into the game for the Boilermakers, it is Miles Colvin, 6'5" sophomore from Indianapolis. Also into the game, Purdue's Camden Heide, 6'7", redshirt sophomore from Minnesota, who had 11 points, 10 rebounds against High Point Thursday. His first career double-double. Braden Smith coming off a screen at the right elbow from Trey Kaufman-Renn. Finds Fletcher Lawyer behind him. We're down to 5 on the shot clock, and here's a foul on a new man who just subbed in a moment ago for McNeese in Brandon Murray. Boy, Purdue catches a break. Fletcher was 25 feet away from the bucket, and Murray fouled him with a shot clock at 3 seconds.
And I feel why Murray's a little bit bummed out. He beat Fletcher to the spot. There was contact there, but I think he felt like he beat him to the spot, and I don't disagree. Like you said, late clock, that was going to be a little bit trouble with Fletch on Murray.
Also into the game, Sincere Parker, a 6'3" junior transfer from St. Louis. Here's a Colvin 3 on the right wing. It's a triple time. Miles Colvin. Purdue leads 17-6.
Oh, the triple times are flowing here early for Purdue. Great ball movement on the pocket pass. Kaufman-Renn sprays it out to Miles.
Shoemate to Murray. Murray got his game on Thursday. We watched him against Clemson. Here he's going right elbow against Fletcher Lawyer. Lost it. Gives it up to Charles, right wing. Shot clock at 10. Now dribbling the ball, Sincere Parker, originally from Rockford, Illinois. Fall away 15-footer good. Tough shot. Sincere Parker averages 12 points off of the bench. 17-8, Purdue the lead.
Well, those count right there, Miles. Good defense, strong chest, squares him up. If he's going to hit turnaround jumpers from 17 feet, Purdue's going to live with that all day long.
Purdue with the ball in the front court, right to left here. Left corner, Fletcher Lawyer, catch and shoot 3. It is short, and a weak side rebound comes into the hands of Joe Charles. McNeese wants to run in a hurry. Here they come. Copeland throws it down low, caught by his teammate Shoemate, but he's trapped. Out to Murray. Open 3 on the way from Murray. Misses badly off the back of the rim, and rebounded Purdue's Braden Smith on the weak side. Purdue on the run. Here's Camden Heide. Top of the key, it goes to Braden Smith. He wants a screen, left elbow, gets it from Trey Kaufman-Renn. Now to Lawyer. Swinging further right side, caught by Camden Heide. Shot clock at 15. Camden had it knocked away from him, picked up in the backcourt by Colvin. Shot clock at 10. Colvin, right side, Lawyer, dribbles, throws in the right corner for a Heide 3. A triple time. Camden Heide wants to join the 3-point party. Purdue's up 20-8.
Another extra pass by this Purdue offense, Lawyer to Heide, and you got to be shot ready, and the Boilers have taken that advice well early.
Coaches have emphasized that the last 2 days. Be ready to shoot it when you catch it. Don't be monkeying around with that basketball. Purdue up 20-8, 12:45 to go. We're in the opening half. Here's a stop and pop, left elbow good. That was Sincere Parker off the bench. Instant offense for him. Last year, he was at St. Louis University, averaged 16 points a game playing for the Billikens. Purdue leads 20-10. Boilermakers against this 1-3-1. Turned it over. Bad pass. Braden Smith. Copeland on a run out. Had it stolen from him by Fletcher Lawyer. And then Copeland fouled him out of frustration. What a hustle play. Fletcher Lawyer running down the ball handler to take the ball away. It's our hustle play of the game. Presented by Republic Airways. Apply to Lift Academy. Start your aviation career today.
What a heck of a play there. Fletcher Lawyer, you get a live ball turnover right to Copeland on a miscommunication between Braden Smith and Miles Colvin. They wanted Miles to be up in a two-guard front. Then Miles thought he saw a little spot in between the middle of the 1-3-1 he could get to. Braden throws it. Miscommunication right as Miles stops. But Fletcher Lawyer, full sprint. Not a guy known for his sprinting ability. And he caught the McNeese player in transition and stole the ball and then drew the foul.
Purdue has subbed in Will Berg, the 7'2 sophomore, redshirt sophomore, who was so good with 4 points off the bench Thursday for the Boilermakers. Right wing, Lawyer dribbles in, throws to Braden Smith, left wing, fakes a three. Now dribbles left elbow, kick in a corner, and Colvin shot it. What do we have? 3 seconds in the lane, Will Berg. Shot was missed anyway, but it's going to be a Purdue turnover. Will Berg got caught in the lane. Turnover, and we take a break. Purdue 20, McNeese 10, 12-minute mark of the first half on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details, financing with credit approval, offer ends 4/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com. Proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue 20, McNeese 10. 12-minute mark of the first half. Purdue has made 4 3-point shots in 6 attempts with 4 different players, each making a 3. Purdue men's basketball postseason sponsored by BW Fusion. Say hello to the only end-to-end manufacturer of crop nutrition and biological products, delivering data-backed solutions that put more money in farmers' pockets, ready to grow stronger, healthier crops and maximize your ROI. Learn more at bw-fusion.com. BW Fusion, proud presenting sponsor of Purdue men's basketball postseason. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. Our on-site audio engineer is Wes Scott, and we appreciate the fact you're joining us on a Saturday afternoon. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. Purdue a turnover a moment ago. Will Berg was called for a 3-second violation. You so rarely see that called anymore. Purdue subbed in Jakari Harris, the freshman from Atlanta, averaging 4 points a game. He's playing with Braden Smith, Camden Heidi, Miles Colvin, Will Berg. Fletcher Lawyer getting a rest on the bench. So is C.J. Cox. So is Trey Kaufman-Wren. Back to action, McNeese the ball. Just past Parker. Dribbling between the circles is Parker. He scored 4 in a row. He'll pull and miss this one from the left elbow. Jakari Harris rebounds for Purdue off the right side of the rim. Purdue right to left, white uniforms for the Boilermakers here in Providence. Miles Colvin between the circles, left-handed dribble one time, now to Heidi. Swing it to the right wing now. It's caught by Braden Smith off a screen from Berg. They get the switch out here. He's guarded by Shoemate. He wants a clear out, does Braden Smith. Stops, spins, 15-footer, fall away, good. He got the friendly bounce coming off the front of the rim. It was not Shoemate guarding him. It was actually a new man in the game, Bryant Celebange, a 6'8 senior from Montreal. Transfer from Arizona State. Purdue leading 22-10. McNeese with the ball. Fall away jumper. Parker air ball. Out of bounds. Baseline right. He stopped at the right elbow. He tried to spin on Will Berg, and to Will's credit, he kept his feet in concrete. Will just stuck those big old 7'2" arms up there, and there was nowhere for Garcia to go. And Parker, I should say, and he just shot an air ball. Yeah, good job, Will Berg.
You said it, Will. Great job staying on his feet, not getting off balance where you can get that, where the offense player jumps into the defender and get the foul. Then the other Purdue defenders, nice job taking away the passing lanes.
Braden Smith working on Murray, coming down the right elbow. Threw it into Berg, and it was stolen. It was a bad pass, stolen by DJ Richards. Here he goes the other way, and he's fouled by Camden Heidi. Heidi had to save a layup, so he takes the foul, and DJ Richards will go to the foul line. Good foul shooter, DJ Richards Jr., 89% on the season. A really good three-point shooter as well. Career, how about his career? 45% three-point shooter. Not for this season, for his career. He's a 1,000-point career scorer. Most of the points coming from the three-point line.
85% of his field goal attempts this year have been threes. And he's a guy, you watch him shoot in warm-ups and stuff, he's got a really funky kind of shot where he just kind of flips. It looks like he's flipping it up there as he swishes the first free throw. So it doesn't necessarily have that ideal, Klay Thompson level, like pure stroke, but hey, that ball goes in, so that's all that counts.
That's right, it does go in. He was a Conference USA All-Freshman team when he started his career at UTSA. Now just a junior. He missed the second foul shot. Trey Kaufman-Renn with the rebound as Trey had just subbed in a moment ago. It's Purdue 22, McNeese 11 at the 10:35 mark here in the first half in Providence. Second round action of the NCAA tournament. The winner of this one on to Indianapolis. Trey Kaufman-Renn layup, no good. He got his own rebound, then lost it. Picked up Jakari Harris. Boilermakers with the reload here. Jakari had 8 rebounds Thursday. Boy, Trey should have made that one.
He can't believe he missed that one.
At least Purdue gets another possession out of it. Braden Smith is on the left baseline. Cut off there, but we're down to 5 on a shot clock. He's going to shoot a contested 3 and go. You know what? So what? Braden Smith, contested 3. Fall away, left wing, 25 feet. So what? Triple time. Purdue's up 25-11.
What a huge shot there by Smitty, left wing. Impressive late clock.
Murray coming downhill, stopping to the free throw line, spinning on Colvin, throws it out to Richards. Richards perimeter right, goes right back to Murray, standing on the March Madness logo at midcourt. He's coming left elbow, trying to throw it inside. It was stolen by Colvin. Ahead to Braden Smith. Purdue on the run. It's a 3-on-2. Heidi with a layup off the pass from Braden Smith. Purdue leads 27-11, and Will Wade takes a time out. Heidi with 5 points. Purdue off and running, leading 27-11 with 9:35 to play here in the first half.
What a sequence there for the Boilers, getting out in transition.
We talked so much about defensively for this McNeese Cowboys team. Their forte is stealing the ball and getting in transition. They average 9 steals a game. Not 9 turnovers, 9 steals. And now here in the first at least 10-plus minutes, it's been Purdue with the takeaways that has led to points on the offensive end. For comprehensive coverage of college basketball, tune in to SiriusXM Big Ten Radio, channel 372 in the car, and on the all-new SiriusXM app. SiriusXM, the home of your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. So cheer on SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025.
Yeah, how about that, Rob? Looking at McNeese, they have not made a field goal in the last 3:06. Not since those back-to-back pull-up jumpers by Sincere Parker. I said to you off the air before we came back from the timeout that I didn't think McNeese could beat us if Sincere Parker's taking pull-up jumpers all game long, but I did say it'd be nice if he missed his next one just to make me feel a little bit better. And sure enough, he missed his next one, and then they have not made a field goal since. And Purdue has been able to flourish, making 4 of their last 5 field goals over that stretch. You got to love this Purdue team. You just said it. McNeese likes to get steals and get out in transition, but this Purdue team can run with the best of them, especially when you got guys like Miles Colvin and Cam Heide in the game. And Cam Heide, that's just a great example of getting out in transition. You're filling different lanes, and Braden Smith, his ability to drop that pass off to Heide, running the trail spot, and that was a 10-0 run for Purdue, and that's a kill shot for the Boilers.
And that is extremely significant against McNeese. McNeese leads the nation in kill shots. They had 36 this year coming into this game. Purdue, by comparison, this is now their 25th kill shot of the year. McNeese, that is where they flourish. Those 10-0 runs, those kill shots as they're defined, but at least early. There's only one kill shot on the board, and it belongs to the Boilermakers. Purdue's leading 27-11 with 9:35 to go in the first half.
Well, we saw coming into this NCAA tournament, Purdue was labeled as one of those teams that was known as one of the erratic teams because Purdue can go on these runs of 10 or more, but they can also allow runs of 10 or more. And you just talked about McNeese and their ability to go on 10 runs. We feel great right now, right? We're up 16 points. We got a ton of momentum. Well, coming out of this timeout, this is huge because McNeese has full capability to go on a run of their own, and Purdue's got to make sure that doesn't happen.
So far, so good defensively on Javon Garcia, the Southland Player of the Year. Just 3 points for him. He's more than capable. 26 points in a game this year, 25 points in a couple of games this year for the fifth-year senior, transfer out of UMass. Back to action. McNeese the ball left to right. Purdue a 27-11 lead. Purdue in its man-to-man defense, as it always is. Catch for Joe Charles between the circles. Swing it further left side. Copeland just outside of the arc by a step. Drives to the right elbow. Gives to Charles right corner. Shot clock at 15. Heide guards Charles. Dribble handoff right wing to Copeland. Shot clock now at 10. Copeland with a switch off facing Trey Kaufman-Wren. Copeland throws it to the free throw line extended. Caught by Charles. Charles is going to lean in, shoot a wild shot. It's an air ball. That's their third air ball of the half. Rebounded by Purdue's Jakari Harris. A three on the way. No, Purdue throws it inside, and it's blocked out of bounds. Braden Smith lifted like he was going to shoot a three. At the last second, he threw it into Trey Kaufman-Wren, and Trey had his shot blocked out of bounds, baseline left. Purdue keeps the possession.
Right there, you see the benefit of Jakari Harris. He's a guy who can get a rebound, just like Lance Jones last year for Purdue. Get that rebound, push the other way. It ends up a great scoring opportunity. Kaufman-Wren didn't realize Copeland was right there, or else he would have pump faked and probably got an easy lay-in.
Purdue does keep the possession anyway. Inside it goes to Trey Kaufman-Wren. It's man-to-man here on Charles. Now they swing a double team at him. Kick it left wing to Lawyer. Lawyer shooting a three in the left corner. It's long back of the iron. Rebounded by Fletcher Lawyer. He got his own rebound. Now he drives and was fouled as he was driving to the bucket, coming down the left side of the painted area. Foul on Copeland will be his second. Boy, that was a big offensive rebound for Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer, and I think he's going to get free throws maybe. No, they're going to go out of bounds.
That would have been nice.
I thought Fletcher tricked him into saying, hey, I was shooting there. He wasn't.
Well, Cam Heide just skied up and utilized his elite athleticism to tap that ball out to the perimeter where it found Fletcher Lawyer.
New man in the game, Tijon Brown, a seldom used 5'11 guard from Dallas, is now playing for McNeese. Purdue the possession here. Inside it goes. Trey Kaufman-Wren. It was stolen. Taken away by Charles. Here's McNeese. Brown leading the tempo. Richards, step back three. Right wing. It's missed off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Purdue's Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue's up 27-11. Purdue the ball. 8:18 to play. We're in the first half. We are in Providence, Rhode Island. Braden Smith to Trey Kaufman-Wren on the left block. Spinning, finding Camden Heide. He shot fakes and got hammered. Great use of the shot fake. Camden knew, he'd seen the scouting report. If you'll shot fake these guys, they will take the bait. And to the foul line will go Camden Heide after that last foul. Whistled again. Wait, was that no shot?
They're calling it on the floor. Coach Painter can't believe it.
No, he cannot. Purdue takes it out of bounds, baseline left. Matt Painter is like, what? How is that not a shot from the right block?
Well, yeah, he didn't explode up to the rim for a finish because the guy landed on his back. I mean, unbelievable.
Okay. Foul on Richards, by the way, his first. Purdue leading 27-11. 8:10 to go. We're in the first half. Fletcher Lawyer, the trigger man, baseline left, throws it way out high, caught by Heidi. Back to Lawyer, catch and shoot three for Fletcher. That one is short. Rebounded strongly by Christian Shoemate of McNeese. Purdue's three-point shooting starting to cool off just a tad after Purdue started 4 of 6. Murray bulldogging his way to the right block, kick into the right corner, driving is Tajon Brown. He's trapped in the corner, gives it up for Shoemate, faking a three right corner. Now driving, stopping, throwing it to the cutting Murray, who missed the layup, but he was fouled as he got to the rim. Timeout on the floor. 27-11. Purdue the lead. 7:46 to go first half. And McNeese will be at the foul line when we come back on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
This is TKR, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Purdue Athletics would like to thank and recognize members of the Black and Gold Club who support Purdue Athletics through their sponsorship at the highest level. Black and Gold Club members include Indiana Packers, Molson Coors, Riley Children's Health, Purdue Federal Credit Union, Toyota, Purdue Global, Wabash, and State Farm Insurance. Each are great partners of Purdue Athletics. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. Purdue leading 27-11 over McNeese. 7:46 mark of the first half. Boilermakers out-rebounding McNeese 13-6. Both teams have 4 turnovers.
Purdue, from a turnover standpoint, you just got to eliminate the live ball ones. Braden Smith in particular, need him to play off 2 feet. He's tremendous at that jump pass, but this is one of those teams that they thrive on those passing lanes, on jump passes. You get caught up in the air. They really like to go for those steals. So if Braden is solid, play off 2 feet, you can get McNeese caught in between on some of these scrambles, and then Purdue should be able to get good scoring opportunities.
The free throw shooter is Brandon Murray. He's a 71% foul shooter. He misses the first foul shot. He had a great game off of the bench on Thursday. 21 points against Clemson playing off the bench. Brandon Murray, who's played at LSU, Georgetown, Ole Miss, and now finishing up his career at McNeese. Well-traveled, the 6'5 senior, who's originally from Maryland. He was a Maryland Mr. Basketball back in the day, and he does make one of the 2 free throws. Now here's some full court man-to-man pressure. Brown guarding Braden Smith. Right to left goes Braden over the timeline. Purdue's up 27-12. High elbow catch extended for Trey Kaufman-Wren to Caleb First. He's between the circles being harassed by the good defender Christian Shoemate, the defensive player of the year in their conference. Braden Smith throws to Trey Kaufman-Wren on the right block. He gives it back to Braden, who'll shoot a 3 on an inside out. Missed it left wing, but rebounded Caleb First. An offensive rebound and a reload here for the Boilermakers. Boy, Purdue did a lot of offensive rebounding Thursday. They're doing it again here early in this game. Braden Smith to Trey Kaufman in on the right block. Spins into a triple team. Gives it to Jakari Harris. He dribbles in, shoots from the right block, but misses. It's tipped up around a couple of times, and finally grabbed by Shoemate, and he was fouled as Caleb First was hustling for the ball. Caleb did not mean to knock over Shoemate. He did accidentally, as both were fighting for it. Foul on Caleb First is his first. That's now 3 team fouls on Purdue. McNeese has committed 5, and McNeese will have the possession.
Yeah, it ends up being a perfectly fine foul there by Caleb First.
Keeps him out of transition.
Stop any sort of fast break transition opportunity there. You only your 3rd team foul. Under 7 minutes to go in the half, so not a real threat of the bonus yet impending.
With the ball, top of the key, Shoemate swings it to the left wing. Catch there from Murray. Now it goes to the top side, caught by Sincere Parker. Brown wants to dribble right elbow, keeps coming downhill, shoots a left-handed floater, made it. Tough shot for a guy who didn't even play in the game on Thursday. T-John Brown, his first scoring. Purdue's up 27-14.
Wow, the high degree of difficulty on that left-handed layup. Like you said, Rob, extremely impressive. McNeese ramping up the pressure even more now.
Yeah, you can tell they really picked up that defensive pressure. Trying to make it tough on Purdue. Here's C.J. Cox, left arc to Lawyer, swing it to the far right wing now to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 6. Now Cox, top of the key. Shoots a contested 3. Somehow made it from Lexington, Massachusetts. C.J. Cox with his own shot heard round the world. Lexington, Mass. Purdue's up 30-14.
That was a filthy in-and-out crossover triple time from C.J.
5 in a game for C.J. Parker. Right elbow, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Braden Smith, and a foul as well against McNeese. The McNeese player trying to get the rebound. That was Celebange. Pulled Trey Kaufman-Renn down to the ground, and that's where Trey is still lying on the ground, on his back, on the left block. Foul against Celebange, his first. Purdue had secured the rebound. Braden Smith had it between his 2 hands. Are we going to go to the monitor or no? Boy, Trey's slow to get up. I saw him tell his teammates, I'm okay, but he needs an extra second to gather himself.
Celebange's nose, I think.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Boy, Celebange is a big dude, too. 6'8", 225 pounds. From Montreal, Quebec. Last year played at Arizona State. Had 11 double-doubles as a freshman at Tulsa.
I want to give Brown some credit here for McNeese. It feels like since he's entered the game, their defensive pressure is really ramped up.
Agreed. He has given them a major lift off of the bench. Purdue breaks the full court pressure, now puts the offense into motion. 5:40 on the game clock. We're in the first half. Purdue up 30-14. Lawyer, deep right wing 3. That one is short. Rebounded by Caleb First, but he fell to the ground. That was an excellent effort by Caleb to get an offensive rebound, but he lost his balance. He fell to the ground, and he's whistled for traveling. Cannot fault the effort there by the senior First.
Got some blood here on Braden Smith, I think. Just going to get cleaned up a little bit on his hand.
Boy, Flex was way out
that
there.
was, I think is that one of those, do you think, where he was a little bit deeper than he even thought?
Probably thought he was, yeah.
Kind of gets into a shooting motion and realizes, oh boy.
He's now a 1 of 5 from 3, but remember, he started 1 for 1. Fletch had not made a 3 in the last 2 games coming into today, and he is the best three-point shooter in the Big Ten Conference at 47%. He made that first one. Now he's missed 4 in a row. Will Berg's going to sub in for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Braden Smith is all cleaned up with the blood on the right arm. And McNeese the ball, and here is T-John Brown from Dallas, Texas. He's only 5'11", 160 pounds, but he has helped stem the tide here for the Cowboys. Celebange, illegal screen. As Celebange was dribbling near the top of the key, an illegal screen was set by Sincere Parker. Turnover against the Cowboys, and team foul number 7.
He simply was trying to clear space and cut through and just shove Braden Smith. And Braden took that hit and went down. Smart play by Braden. Parker just being way too physical.
Here's the full court press. It's a man-to-man right now. And really all it is Brown trying to harass Braden Smith, and if they have a chance to run and jump at midcourt, they will. This time they won't. Braden Smith with Brown. Boy, is he doing a good job. And an illegal screen on Trey Kaufman-Renn. No, on Braden Smith. I beg your pardon, they say Braden Smith with a push-off. Braden Smith's first foul. You're right, Bob. Give Brown credit. Since he has come into the game, he has really crawled right up into the uniform of Braden Smith and given him fits.
He is the definition of a jitterbug type player, extremely quick, and he is definitely Braden Smith is feeling Brown's pressure. There's no question about it.
5 minutes remaining first half. Brown coming downhill, shooting a left-handed wild shot, and a foul on a rebound on Celebonge. Well, that time I think Brown might have gotten a little overconfident.
Correct.
He shot a left-handed layup from the left block that didn't even come close to the rim. He threw it about 80 feet in the air, and it was nowhere close to coming down. Purdue rebounding, Trey Kaufman-Renn. Then the foul sends Trey to the other line, the other end, I should say, foul line left with a 1-and-1. Purdue leading 30-14. And now we're trying to clean up Braden Smith again as the bleeding continues. 1-and-1, Trey Kaufman-Renn, foul line left. Trey this season, 63% foul shooter. He was 1 of 5 at the foul line Thursday. Let's see if he can do a little bit better here on a Saturday. Maybe he's a weekend warrior. Yeah, he made that one. 5 points for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue now leads 31-14.
That's big there to see Trey Kaufman-Renn hit that front end of the 1-and-1 after his free throw struggles the other day. He's also telling the official about what Sincere Parker did after the shot. Parker did one of those really excessive box outs on the shooter, which as a shooter, if you've ever had that happen to you, it's insanely annoying because you're defenseless essentially in your shooting motion, and a guy just comes in and fires his butt into your midsection. It's not a especially if a guy does it excessively, which is what Parker did there. You could tell Kaufman-Renn was caught off guard by that. He gave the official a little bit of a word there to watch out for that.
Purdue had 20 points 8 minutes into the game. Right now they're at 31. The good news, McNeese isn't scoring. The Cowboys currently only have 14 points for the game, and Trey made both foul shots. Purdue leads 32-14, under 5 minutes to go, opening half. McNeese with a ball. Javon Garcia wearing that black face mask, broken nose over the timeline left to right. Gives the ball now to Parker between the circles. Uses a screen from Celebonge. Comes to the left elbow extended. We'll give it right back to Garcia. Garcia with a switch off from Kaufman-Renn. Gives it up for a teammate for a three. Missed on the left wing. Tipped out of bounds. Last touched by Shoemate of McNeese. Shoemate, I'm telling you, fans, could jump out of the gym. If you literally ask him to jump up and hang off of the rafters in this building, I think he could do it. He is an extremely talented athlete.
Explosive for sure, and someone you have to make sure you get a body on in the offensive glass. Purdue, I think, got a little lucky there. They did not get a body on him, but luckily that ball where it came off, it was too long a run for him to get there in time, and he ended up knocking it out of bounds after C.J. Cox got a hand on it.
Cox to Braden Smith, catches it on the March Madness logo. Again, Brown closely guarding him. Dribbling left wing is Braden Smith. Using a screen, and what do we have? Now a foul on Brown. This has been a fun battle to watch between these two because, I mean, it's two guys that are about the same height. Brown's listed at 5'11", Smith at 6 feet. They're about the same weight, and they are going head-to-head, battle for battle against one another.
No question. I mean, you saw the Braden Smith push-off they called against him a couple possessions ago. This time, Brown, a little too handsy, picks up the personal. But this is the issue, right, with McNeese. You're down 18 points. You're trying to apply pressure and make Braden Smith uncomfortable, but you're in the bonus.
Yeah.
So now if you pick up a nickel dimer like that, you're going to send a quality free throw shooter, Braden Smith, 83%, to the line for a one-on-one.
We have a stoppage of play. There's perspiration on the ball. They want to wipe it clean, which means Braden has to wait extra long.
Icing our guy
before he gets to shoot. Where'd the ball go? Where's the ball? They took the ball and went home. Oh my God. They're in the way back corner of the McNeese bench, which is to the left, opposite corner from where we are, far left. That's the only place they can find a towel?
Apparently so.
What in the world? It literally feels like the official took the ball and went home.
Usually they got a towel there kind of like right behind the basket or something.
Right. Okay, here we go, fans. 4:19 to go first half. Purdue 32, McNeese 14. At the foul line, 1-1, Braden Smith made the first. 9 points in the game for Braden. Had 20 points in the win Thursday against High Point. Braden wears number 3 on that white uniform. He's a finalist for the Cousy Award, the Naismith Award, the Wooden Award. He's first-team All-American. Made the second one as well. Purdue ahead 34-14. 4:14 to go in the first half. Purdue fans rising to their feet. They like what they've seen through the first 16 minutes anyway. Charles, dribble handoff, left arc to Sincere Parker, guarded by Colvin. Crossover dribble. He lost it for a moment. It's eventually stolen by Braden Smith and given to Miles Colvin. Miles a 1-on-3. Will he attack the rim? He will, and he was fouled. I don't know about the decision-making by Miles. It was 1-on-3, but you know what? Miles said, Rob Blackman, I don't care about your decision-making. Mine is different. He attacked the rim. He was fouled, and we have a timeout on the floor. Purdue leading 34-14, and to the foul line when we come back will be Purdue's Miles Colvin, who was born right here in Providence. On the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard, this is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
Purdue University. We're in the persistent pursuit of the next giant leap. We're developing solutions to today's toughest challenges and building a better world together. From our research labs in West Lafayette to new opportunities at Purdue University in Indianapolis. Together, we dare to go first and picture what's next in a first-of-its-kind short film, Boilers to Mars. Find out about our legacy and future in space at boilerstomars.com.
Hancock County, Indiana, located just 15 minutes from downtown Indianapolis near I-70 and I-465, is open for business. Learn why we are one of the fastest growing communities in Indiana. With access to available land, infrastructure, transportation, and a regional airport, join other national brands like Amazon, Carvana, and Walmart, and discover why we are the best kept secret in central Indiana. This message brought to you by the Hancock County Economic Development Council. Visit us at HancockEDC.com or at 317-477-7241.
Boiler up! It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Purdue 34, McNeese 14. 3:55 remains in the first half. Rob Blackman, Bobby Riddell courtside with our on-site audio engineer, Wes Scott. Hunter Stunkel engineering the audio board back in our flagship studios at Learfield. Both teams right now struggling to find offense. Neither can make a field goal. Purdue is getting some free throws at least to go down. Speaking of free throws, at the foul line when we resume will be Miles Colvin. You're good at being you, and Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance good at your insurance. Find an agent to help you or get a quote today at infb.com. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
You're right, Rob. It's been a struggle from the field for both these teams here as of late. McNeese has not made a field goal in about 3 minutes roughly since that driving left-handed layup by Brown. And then Purdue hasn't made a field goal since that sweet C.J. Cox 3 roughly 2.5 minutes ago or so.
Oh, that feels like it was an hour ago.
I know.
At the foul line, Miles Colvin. 2 foul shots for him. He's a 63% foul shooter. Born right here in Providence, Rhode Island, when his father was playing for the New England Patriots. And he makes the first foul shot, does. The young man who wears number 5 on the white uniform, Miles Colvin. 4 points for Miles. Against a 5-point average. That was team foul number 10 a moment ago on McNeese. Purdue's committed only 4 team fouls. Both free throws good. That's bonus points for Miles. He's, not a particularly good foul shooter, but he made those look easy. Purdue's up 36-14, and we have 3:50 to go in a half. Copeland over the timeline, left to right. We'll give it to Murray, perimeter left, 2 steps outside of the arc, guarded by Colvin. Now back to Copeland, standing on the March Madness logo. He wants a screen from Shoemate, right elbow extended, gets it. Lobs for Shoemate. Shoemate open and a dunk. Just a little screen and dive. Purdue did not defend it well at all. Shoemate's first scoring. It's Purdue 36 and McNeese 16.
And Purdue just not quite able to execute that switch perfectly enough where Fletch could get back inside his defender. Shoemate able to use that size and get that catch over the top.
Give Copeland the assist. Inside it goes to Trey Kaufman-Wren. He bangs around against Murray and still scores. Oh, that was a couple of big bodies banging into one another. But somehow from the right block, Trey Kaufman-Wren banked it in. He has 8 points.
It really was. Murray is a strong guy. Not quite as tall as Trey, but Trey firing that shoulder into Murray creates just enough space to get that hook off the glass.
3 minutes remaining. We're in the first half. Driving Copeland. Stopping. Left block. Leaning in. Shooting it off balance jumper. Scoring. That was a tough shot in traffic. But here, Copeland now with 5 points. And here comes the full court man-to-man pressure. Garcia now in charge of trying to guard Braden Smith. Right to left comes Braden. Purdue leads 38-18. Braden over the 10-second barrier. Off a screen. High right elbow extended from Trey Kaufman-Wren to Lawyer. Lawyer swinging left side. Colvin. Colvin, ball above his head, gives a C.J. Cox between the circles. Shot clock at 10. C.J. wants to drive. He's going to stop. He's going to pop. He's going to miss off the back of the rim. Rebounded out of there by McNeese. 2:20 to go first half. Purdue with a 20-point lead, but the Cowboys the ball. Here's Murray driving in on the right block. Kicks it way outside for a deep three for Richards. It's long. It's coming our way, Bob. Oh, grabbed by Shoemate right before it would have jumped into the hands of the broadcast crew. Possession stays alive for McNeese. Copeland driving. Right block. Shot fake. Spins. Kicks it left wing. Deep three on the way. This one is missed. It's short. Colvin rebounds. Missed by Richards. 45% three-point shooter. Was wide open but could not connect for the Cowboys. Colvin a deep three. Left wing. He misses but rebounded Trey Kaufman-Wren to Lawyer. He shoots a three. He misses. And it's rebounded by McNeese. Christian Shoemate. 1:40 to go in the half. Neither team right now can make a long shot. Purdue started the game 4 of 6 from the three-point line. Garcia, leading scorer on the season for McNeese. Dribbling to the left elbow. Stopping, rising, now giving to a teammate between the circles. That's Murray. Shot clock at 8. Murray between the legs. Kick in the right corner. Copeland a three on the way. It's missed. Rebounded weak side. Shoemate put it in the basket. Offensive rebound. Christian Shoemate coming in from the weak side. Purdue leads 38-20. Game clock's at 1:12. Boilermakers now facing full court pressure. Cox in the backcourt. Garcia guarding him. Gives it to Braden Smith. Braden wants to bring it over the timeline with DJ Richards guarding closely. Over the timeline, right to left. Braden breaks the pressure and now looks to the bench for the play call. We're at 55 seconds. Braden driving, kicking left corner. Catch and shoot three for Colvin. It is long. Rebounded by whom? It's loose on the floor. Braden Smith saved it somehow. He saved it somehow, giving it to Miles Colvin. Purdue can reload here. Shot clock at 14. Game clock at 40. Now the ball is nearly stolen. Picked up by Braden Smith with 10 on the shot clock. And we're going to have what? An over and back. Oh, I don't think that's the right call. I don't think that's the right call. Neither does Matt Painter. Purdue never had possession in the front court, did they? Oh, boy, I don't know, fans. The ball was being tipped around by both teams all the way out to midcourt. Braden Smith grabbed it in what would technically be the backcourt, started bringing the ball back to the front court. Now the officials are having a conversation about who the ball should belong to. I think they're giving it back to Purdue, Bob. Are they? Are they going to change the call?
The other official was able to come in and notify the official who called the over and back that the ball was actually deflected initially on the cross-court pass, and so it has been corrected.
Now, this is interesting because while Purdue will keep it, you have 9 on the shot clock.
And took away our advantage basketball we were getting ready to have.
We were about to have kind of a impromptu fast break. Will Wade has now losing his mind over there with the officials. He can't believe the call was changed. And now Purdue will take a timeout. Because here's what, so now you're down at 36 on the game clock, 9 on the shot clock. You're inbounding front court in front of McNeese's bench. So that's why Matt Painter wants to use the use it or lose it timeout to set up a play here. Play championship golf at the Burke Boilermaker Golf Complex. Enjoy great food and drinks at the new Pete Dye Clubhouse. And shop official Purdue gear at the Purdue Pro Shop. Experience it all at PurdueGolf.com. Jeffrey Anderson, the official, was telling Purdue, hey, get out of the huddle, get out of the huddle. And one of our assistant coaches went to Jeffrey and said, we called a timeout. They were huddling because he didn't even know a team had called a timeout. What is going on here? We're losing our minds out here.
Jeffrey Anderson. Yeah, that was funny. He obviously, for whatever reason, he was maybe checking the clock or checking something and was not aware Purdue called timeout, and he thought we were trying to steal a little extra huddle action. And nope, Jeffrey, we call timeout. We can talk to each other.
And by the way, Purdue is saying, and we were granted the timeout by one of your officiating members, by the way. It's not like we just made this up. Purdue inbounding, sideline, front court, far side from us, in front of the McNeese bench. Purdue leading 38-20. The shot clock at only 9 seconds here. Goes into Trey Kaufman. Wren caught it near the timeline. Purdue needs to hurry. Trey will give to Braden Smith. Deep three. It's off the back of the rim. It's rebounded with 27 seconds by McNeese's Javon Garcia. They can hold for the final shot. Can the Cowboys? That's exactly what Will Wade, their coach, is telling them to do. Purdue's going to take a foul. Smart coaching and listening by Miles Colvin. Matt Painter wanted to sub in Caleb first for defensive purposes. So he said, Miles, you're going to have to be the sacrificial lamb here. Take a foul, which is only Purdue's 5th foul. So Miles took the foul, and now Caleb can sub into the game.
Look at Miles fouling when he's supposed to. Attaboy.
19 remains in a half. Ball in the hands of their point guard, Quadir Copeland. The junior from Philadelphia, 6'6", and a point guard, a transfer from Syracuse. Now down to 10. Purdue has a foul to give if they want. Shoemate driving in, stopping right elbow, attacking on the Boilermakers, shooting a fall-away jumper, missing badly, and that is how the first half will come to an end. Pretty good defense there by the Boilermakers to not allow the Cowboys to find some momentum with a made bucket going into the halftime horn. Purdue 38, McNeese 20. Looking to buy, sell, or build a home, but don't know where to start? Call trusted agents at True Blood Real Estate, the official real estate partner of Purdue Athletics. Halftime in Providence, Rhode Island, the Amica Mutual Pavilion. Purdue 38, McNeese 20. The halftime show begins when we return. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCAA.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing details, financing with credit approval offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance. But not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball-sized hail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. Insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
You want it? We got it. University Bookstore has you covered on all Purdue athletic sports apparel. Shop online at PurdueU.com. Anything and everything you need. Or visit our main location across from the Union and our stadium store across from Mackey Arena. You want it? We got it. At University Bookstore.
University Bookstore, more than just a bookstore.
UBS, a proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
On the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield, Boilermaker Basketball is brought to you by Coors Light. Choose chill. Proud sponsor of the Purdue Boilermakers. Also brought to you by Case IH. Take your success off the court and out into the field with Case IH's superior farming tools. Visit your local Case IH dealers or learn more at caseih.com/Boilermakers. And by Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products. Get to know us at indianakitchen.com. Purdue Boilermaker Basketball is on the air. This is the Boilermaker Halftime Show.
Halftime in Providence, Rhode Island, the Amica Mutual Pavilion. It is hosting NCAA tournament action this week, first and second round action, and this is a second round game between 4-seed Purdue and 12-seed McNeese. Purdue with a halftime lead of 38-20. Rob Blackman here with Bobby Riddell. We'll talk about the first 20 minutes in a moment, but first let's pause at least 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Purdue 38, McNeese 20. Purdue's largest lead of this game is at 22 points with just under 4 minutes remaining in the game. Purdue with an 18-point lead, that's good, but not to be the Debbie Downer here, fans, but remember, Purdue did have a 16-point lead against Ohio State earlier this year. That was late in the first half. Purdue lost the game. That is Purdue's largest blown deficit of the season, 16. Right now, Purdue's at 18, plus 18 at 38-20. As you reminded me, Bob, during the commercial break, this is the exact margin of difference at halftime of the McNeese-Clemson game on Thursday. McNeese led by 18 at halftime against Clemson on Thursday. Clemson came all the way back, didn't win, but came within 2.
I know, kind of ironically enough, it's flipped for McNeese, where they were able to get Clemson frazzled. Clemson couldn't make a shot, and they get that 18-point lead. Purdue, on the other hand, came out scorching hot in this game, and McNeese couldn't buy one for long periods, and Purdue builds this lead. But you're right, we want no part of having to cling to a 2-point victory like McNeese had to do against Clemson, so hopefully we're able to avoid some of those kill shots McNeese is so able to do at times as far as their ability to go on those 10-0 plus runs. And if we can avoid those in the second half, Purdue should have enough of a lead here at the halftime break to be able to hold on and get a W. But the first 5 minutes is going to be really critical to start the second half, because you know McNeese is going to come out with all they got, essentially, to start the second half from an intensity standpoint to try to get right back into this game quickly.
We talked about it earlier in the half. Bob is alluding to it there if you missed it. The reason you do not want momentum to get on the side of McNeese, they lead the nation in kill shots. And remember, a kill shot defined as a run of 10 points or more, 10 in a row. They have 36 kill shots this year. That's the most in the country. So they certainly can score in bunches and turn the tables on you quickly. That's why Purdue's going to need to take care of business when the second half begins. Boilermakers leading 38-20. Mentioned this a couple times late in the first half. Worth noting, Purdue started the game 4 of 6 from the three-point line, but then goes just 2 of 10 the rest of the way. Purdue actually, Bob, I find this interesting, and we'll give you all the stats in a bit. 16 three-point shots for the Boilermakers, 12 two-point shots in the first half. And remember how the game started. The first 3 buckets of the game were dunks at the rim for Purdue, 2 of the first 3.
And you do have to give McNeese credit. They definitely made some sort of adjustment, at least from the start of the game, because Purdue was finding Trey Kaufman-Wren for easy bucket after easy bucket early. Their help side defense nowhere to be found. I think they ended up being able to reestablish their weak side low man a lot better as the half went on. They extended their pressure. It's tougher to make those passes when you're extended out versus if you're right there on the arc. Purdue needs to try to get back to operating its offense on the arc. It's going to make those interior passes to Kaufman-Wren easier, because some of those passes into Trey, the double teams came quickly, and he was able to get it out most of the time, but it was definitely not nearly the easy situation that the game started with. You talk about Purdue's 2 of 10 three-point shooting to close the half. There was definitely a chunk of those that were pretty good open looks, but there was also some that ended up being like pretty deep, kind of late clock. You got to give McNeese credit. They defensively turned up the intensity and made Purdue struggle a little bit. Hopefully Purdue able to get into the halftime locker room, reevaluate some things, and can get back to operating like the way they did to start the half.
McNeese doesn't want to hear any Purdue complaining about three-point shooting. The Cowboys were just 2 of 12 in the first half from 3, and one of the makes was from Quadir Copeland, who's only made 3 threes all year until the make to start the game. He was 3 of 21, and he made one.
Yeah, first possession, right? He ends up making it. Unfortunate there from a Purdue perspective, because he's a guy you're going to sag off of. We didn't want to just necessarily allow him to shoot wide open shots all game long, but he was going to be a guy we were going to give help off of, and if he did take them, then that's okay. And, yeah, makes the first one of the game. But, hey, we talked about it, you and I, that maybe it works in Purdue's favor a little bit because, sure enough, he ends up taking 2 other ones later in the half and misses both.
Purdue with a lead of 38-20. Halftime here in Providence. The winner of this game advances on to a Friday night game in Indianapolis in the Sweet 16. One other stat I want to mention before we will throw it to the break. Purdue has 6 turnovers in the first half, but McNeese also had 6 turnovers, and Purdue wins the rebounding battle 22-12. So in the possession game, while you're not happy with 6 turnovers, in the possession game, Purdue is plus 10.
That's certainly huge. Purdue once again crushing the opponent on the glass just like they did against High Point. And that's what you want to see against a team that, yes, active and athletic, but not very big. And when you're not a very big team and you're playing a high major like Purdue is, you would hope Purdue is able to enforce its will a little bit, and they've been able to do that. 7 offensive rebounds for Purdue to just 4 for McNeese. So really proud of the effort by Purdue on the glass. Got to continue that. There was a second chance opportunity late in that half where Shoemate was just kind of able to overwhelm Fletcher Lawyer on the weak side and kind of cave him in. And then when that shot missed and went weak side, that was a problem for Purdue as Shoemate got that stick back. That cut it from the 20-point deficit to 18. But all in all, you love what Purdue did, made its free throws when it got to the line, and was able to not have a huge turnover margin, and was able to, as you said, win the possession battle by 10.
For the year, McNeese plus 3.7 rebound advantage. That's 3.7 rebounds per game. They're better than the opponent. Right now, Purdue's out-rebounded McNeese by 10. The halftime score is Purdue 38, McNeese 20. More in a moment of our halftime report. That will include a look at the halftime statistics. They're brought to you by Ruoff Home Mortgage. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
You work hard, and at First Farmers Bank and Trust, we work hard for you. Since 1885, we've committed to helping families, businesses, and communities thrive financially, from home to the office, to the field, to the arena. We value hard work and perseverance as much as you do. Experience banking built on heart and grit today. Learn more at ffbt.com. Member FDIC, Equal Opportunity Lender.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health sports medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Boiler up! It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by Purdue University. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Our halftime score is Purdue 38, McNeese 20. Rob Blackman here with a look at the halftime statistics presented by Ruoff Mortgage. Ruoff Mortgage is here to help you through all stages of the home buying or refinancing process with loan options that work best for you. We're your local lender. Learn more at ruoff.com. That's RUOFF.com. First half numbers for the McNeese Cowboys. They were 8 of 26 shooting. That's 30.8%. Just 2 of 12 from the three-point line, 16.7%. And they were 2 of 4 at the foul line. 6 first-half turnovers for McNeese. They had 12 rebounds, 4 offensively. 3 assists on the 8 made buckets, 2 of those from Quadir Copeland, the point guard. Scoring-wise for McNeese, they are led in scoring by Copeland with 5 points. Shoemate with 4, Sincere Parker with 4. The Boilermakers 13 of 28 shooting, 46.4%. Purdue 6 of 16 from the three-point line, 37.5%. Purdue 6 of 6 at the foul line. Boilermakers had 9 assists on the 13 made baskets, 3 assists for Trey Kaufman-Wren and 3 for Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue had 6 turnovers in the first half, had 22 rebounds, 7 offensively. 4 steals for the Boilermakers, 4 different players with 1 steal apiece for Purdue. Leading scorer, Braden Smith, he has 10 points. 8 points for Trey Kaufman-Wren to go with 8 rebounds. 5 points apiece for C.J. Cox, Miles Colvin, and Camden Heide. Caleb First scored 2 points. Fletcher Lawyer scored 3. Purdue 8 points off of their 6 takeaways. McNeese, they forced 6 turnovers but had only 1 point to show for it. Purdue better in points in the paint at 14-8. Purdue had 6 fast break points. McNeese had only 1. Purdue 10 points off of the bench. McNeese with 7. The score is Purdue 38, McNeese 20. When we come back, an out-of-town scoreboard presented by our Central Indiana Honda dealers. Bobby Riddell will tell you what else is going on around the NCAA second-round action today. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents.
We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're Boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
Every game starts before the season begins. From preparation to training, countless factors help turn the tide. Boilermakers, players, and fans know this, and so does Case IH. We're committed to providing powerful, reliable equipment for every field challenge, from planting through harvest and beyond, to help win the game before it even starts. Check out our roster of rugged tools and equipment by visiting your local Case IH dealer or go to caseih.com/Boilermakers.
Welcome back to the halftime show where Purdue leads McNeese 38-20 at the half. Time now for our out-of-town scores segment. And today's out-of-town scores are brought to you by your Central Indiana Honda dealers. Let's take a look at some of the men's NCAA tournament action to be taking place here later today. The next game will be this Arkansas-St. John's matchup here in Providence that will follow the Purdue-McNeese matchup. That game will tip at around 2:40 p.m. on CBS. The 10-seed Razorbacks taking on the 2nd-seed St. John's Red Storm in the West region. Should be a favorable St. John's crowd here in Providence for that matchup. The next game of the day at 5:15 p.m., the 5-seed Michigan Wolverines taking on the 4-seed Texas A&M Aggies. That game part of the South region. And Michigan 26-9 on the year. A&M 23-10. Following that game at 6:10 p.m. on TNT will be the 11-seed Drake Bulldogs, who pulled off the upset in the first round over the 6-seed Missouri Tigers. They'll take on the 3-seed Texas Tech Red Raiders. That game is part of the West region. The next game to follow at 7:10 p.m. on TBS, 9-seed Creighton Blue Jays taking on the 1-seed Auburn Tigers out in the South region. Following that game at 7:45 p.m. on CBS, the 6-seed BYU Cougars taking on 3-seed Wisconsin Badgers. 8-seeded Gonzaga will take on 1-seed Houston at 8:40 p.m. on TNT in the Midwest region. In the West region, you'll have, the last game of the day in the Midwest region, 7-seed UCLA taking on 2-seed Tennessee at 9:40 p.m. Drive the road to win with Honda and have fun off the court with the most fun-to-drive vehicles. Your Central Indiana Honda dealers are proud supporters of Purdue Athletics. We'll take a look at the keys to the second half in just a moment when we return to the halftime report. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend. We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit FCMA.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball. For my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
You want it? We got it. University Bookstore has you covered on all Purdue athletic sports apparel. Shop online at PurdueU.com. Anything and everything you need. Or visit our main location across from the Union and our stadium store across from Mackey Arena. You want it? We got it at University Bookstore.
University Bookstore, more than just a bookstore.
UBS, a proud partner of Purdue Athletics.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 and 2024 CY Industry reported total sales.
They'll start the second half. Purdue leading 38-20 over McNeese. McNeese will have the opening possession of half number 2. McNeese in blue, Purdue in white. McNeese currently riding a 12-game winning streak. They haven't lost a game since February the 1st. They've only lost one game since January the 1st. Only one loss in the new calendar year. And McNeese with the ball. Copeland over the timeline, right to left. Here we go. Purdue an 18-point lead as we open the second half of this NCAA second-round tournament. Copeland wants to drive on Braden Smith at the right block, spins, loses the ball, gets it back, spins again, shoots and scores, and this will be an and-one opportunity. He lost the ball, picked it up. Purdue then ran a triple team at him, and then C.J. Cox reached in and fouled. So this is exactly how McNeese wants to start the second half. A chance at an and-one. Quadir Copeland going to the foul line here, and he is a 71% foul shooter.
Well, that one hurts, Rob. Like you said, the ball was knocked loose, and Kaufman-Renn had walled up Copeland. You felt like he was in a pretty tough spot, but then able to get free and make the shot plus the foul.
But he does miss the free throw. Rebounded by Caleb First, so no and one. Purdue the ball here in a 38-22 lead. We're just underway in half number 2. We're in Providence, Rhode Island. We're in the NCAA tournament. Thank you for joining us on this Saturday afternoon. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. C.J. Cox, top of the key, deep three. Fletcher Lawyer from the logo, the March Madness logo. Fletcher Lawyer, triple time from maybe somewhere in Connecticut.
Well, nice to see Fletch get off to a hot start here to the second half because he finished that first half cold, but Fletch from deep top of the key was pure.
Copeland driving, shooting, missing this time. Rebounded Caleb first. Gives the ball to Fletcher Lawyer. Lawyer over the timeline, gives to Braden Smith. Back to Fletch. Fletch wants to drive into the free throw line. He will stop. He'll shoot a floater. He'll score again. 5 in a row. Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue leads 43-22.
That's the key. Getting stops, getting out in transition. Little miscommunication there between Braden and Fletch pushing it, but end all be all, it's a good bucket there for Lawyer.
Copeland to the far left wing, catch and shoot 3. Garcia good. That's Javon Garcia. His second made 3 of the ball game. He is a 33% three-point shooter. 6 points for Garcia. The conference player of the year in the Southland Conference. Purdue's ahead 43-25. We played 90 seconds. We're in the second half. C.J. Cox on the March Madness logo. Left to right in his white uniform. To Fletcher. Driving this time. Stopping on the right wing. Throwing it inside to Caleb first. Catching on the block. Caleb goes strong to the rim. Shoemate attacks him. Blocked from behind, but blocked out of bounds with only 2 on the shot clock. Shoemate blocked it out of bounds baseline right. Purdue has to hurry. 2.4 on the shot clock here. 18-10 on the game clock.
And they got to inbound it from this deep corner where it went out. Not a very good spot for Purdue to be in, especially late clock like this.
A lob for Caleb. First, he was pushed in the back. Oh, Purdue will catch a break here. Purdue lobbed the ball to the front of the rim and a push in the back. Purdue worked on that yesterday at shoot-around. Bob, you and I were here. They worked on that specific inbound play at least 5 minutes, and it works because Purdue draws a foul, and now Purdue gets a fresh shot clock.
Well, it's a good action against the switching defense. Caleb first setting that back screen near the free throw line, then you hope to get the switch, and now you've got your guy on the back, and you go towards the front of the rim.
Foul was on Richards, his second, but more importantly, Purdue gets 20 extra seconds on the shot clock. Here's the kick ball, trying to throw the ball into in the high post on the short roll was Braden Smith, but it was kicked. He was trying to throw it to Trey Kaufman-Wren, and it caught the sneaker of one of the Cowboys. They wouldn't wear cowboy boots, would they?
I wouldn't think so, but hey.
Could be a bit uncomfortable here on the hardwood. 2 minutes gone by. We're in the second half. Purdue's up 43-25. Braden Smith between the circles, dribbling left hand, pointing with the right. Short roll again to Trey Kaufman-Wren. Lost it, got it back, lost it again. Now what do we have? I don't know. Held ball. They say held ball. Purdue will inbound baseline right with only 6 on the shot clock. Trey Kaufman-Wren is like, really, guys? You didn't call a foul? I had 3 dudes crushing me in there. You could have called a travel on Trey, could have called a foul on McNeese, and instead they just called a held ball. Purdue lobs for Trey Kaufman-Wren. Shot clock at 5. Wants to drive. Loses it. Got it back. Leans in. Will have another held ball. And this time the ball goes to McNeese. That time Trey dribbled himself into some trouble, I think. He could have taken a 6-footer, and he went a little bit deeper, and that allowed the tie-up.
I do think Trey let a little bit of his emotions get the best of him there. Got caught up in the emotions of the jump ball that occurred the possession before, and then when he got that pass, he was like, all right, I'm attacking here. No ifs, ands, or buts, when probably dribbled himself into a situation that allowed that jump ball to happen again.
Here's Copeland coming downhill, shooting a wild left-handed shot, missing, but a foul was called. A foul called against Purdue. And it is Trey Kaufman-Wren. Yes, and this will be 2 shots. First foul on Trey Kaufman-Wren, but 2 shots for Copeland. I think I figured out the game plan early in the second half. Copeland trying to back down Braden Smith.
They're targeting the matchup there. They're hunting. They're getting the switch. They're setting a ball screen just to get a switch between, as the first free throw rattles out for Copeland, trying to get that switch between C.J. Cox and Braden Smith. And then they want Copeland using his size and quickness to attack Braden Smith downhill. Right there, a sweet right-to-left crossover. Created that space from Braden Smith at about the right elbow. Drew the contact on the arm from Kaufman-Wren. But if Copeland's not going to make free throws, not going to do himself any favors here.
He missed them both. A 71% foul shooter. He misses both foul shots. Trey Kaufman-Wren a rebound. 17:25 to go in this ball game. Purdue with an 18-point lead. Defense really picking up here for the Cowboys. Into the right corner, C.J. Cox catch and shoot 3. He was fouled on a 3-point shot by Copeland. Oh, what a mistake by Quadir Copeland. His 3rd foul, and it puts C.J. Cox at the foul line with 3 free throws. C.J. this year a 76% foul shooter.
Just a crucial mistake there in a tough sequence for Copeland. You get an and one, but you miss the free throw. Then you get to the line again, miss both free throws, and now foul a quality shooter in C.J. Cox to allow him to go and shoot three free throws.
Free throw line right for Cox. Made the first one after bouncing it over the front of the rim. C.J. again from nearby Lexington, Massachusetts, about an hour away. He was so happy when the tournament draw came out to know that this team was going to Rhode Island, as he'll shoot the second foul shot. He'll make it by dumb luck. I happen to be sitting right beside CJ at the watch party, and man, the smile on his face when that bracket showed Providence, Rhode Island. He made 2 of 2. The third one, he made all 3. C.J. Cox having a nice little game, 8 points against a 5-point average. Purdue's up 46-25, 17 minutes remaining. Copeland stays in a game here and trying to once again back down Braden Smith. Now give it to Garcia. Garcia between the rings. Where's number 6 on the blue uniform? Crossover left to right. Garcia got the switch with Trey Kaufman-Renn. Now to Charles. Charles coming downhill to the left elbow. Gives it up for Shoemate. Shoemate was double teamed. The ball was knocked away from him and stolen. Stolen by C.J. Cox after Braden Smith knocked it away. Purdue on the run left to right. Purdue leading by 21. Driving C.J. Cox lost it, but right into the hands of Caleb First. He missed the bunny. Oh, he could have had a layup and missed it. Here comes McNeese at the other end. Garcia, a 3 in transition. Good. Javon Garcia, 9 points on 3 made threes. Purdue had it at the rim, missed the layup, and it's 3 points the other way for the Cowboys. 46-28 Purdue.
That's a big 5-point swing there. Instead of getting the layup and then you set your defense, you end up getting a wide open 3 in transition. Tough break for Purdue there for Caleb not to finish that one.
Trey Kaufman-Renn coming in left baseline, gets to the rim, made a layup. He turned the corner and no one slowed him down. Double-digit scoring for Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's been in double digits every game this year except for one, and it's Purdue 48, McNeese 28.
The inverted ball screen works again with Smith.
Copeland driving, charging foul, his 4th foul of the game. Guess who took the foul? Braden Smith. And now the Boilermakers will have the possession after the turnover. 16:02 left on the game clock. Purdue up 48-28. Copeland's going to have to leave the game with his 4 fouls, replaced by Brandon Murray. Also into the game, here comes the young man that did a great job in the first half guarding Braden Smith from McNeese, Tajon Brown.
Yeah, Braden maybe not super excited to pick up that 4th foul on Copeland. As it turns out, he's got to deal with the jitterbug Brown and his pressure on the perimeter.
Brown, an outstanding on-ball defender. It's Trey Kaufman coming downhill, right block, missed the shot, but he was fouled. Boy, once Trey lowers the shoulder and decides he's going to come in there like a bull, there is no stopping him. And now a technical foul on Will Wade of McNeese. He didn't think a foul should have been called. He picks up the technical, and we're going to a timeout. And now some of the McNeese players, another technical against McNeese, as some of the players are now into the officials and giving them some lip service. Oh, what a turn of events here. First a technical on the bench, now a technical on the players that are on the floor. We'll sort it out when we come back to Providence. Purdue 48, McNeese 28, 15:47 remains, and the Cowboys are coming apart at the seams on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways, from a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Franciscan Health is proud to be the official medical provider for Purdue Athletics. Does a sudden sports injury have you on the bench? We can assist. Franciscan Health Sports Medicine specialists have mastered a team approach to sports injuries. You'll have access to a network of orthopedic professionals, rehabilitation services, and highly advanced technologies and treatments to get you back out on the field. To learn more, visit franciscanhealth.org/sportsmedicine.
Boiler up. It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
This is Sam King, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball.
Purdue is leading 48-28. 15:47 remains in the first half. In the second half, I beg your pardon. Here's what happened, folks, while we were at commercial break to sort it all out for you. A technical foul on head coach Will Wade of McNeese, followed by a technical foul on Christian Shoemate. Now, that's Shoemate's first foul of the game, but that means 4 free throws for Purdue. And at the foul line will be Purdue's Fletcher Lawyer, an 86% foul shooter. 8 points in the game for Fletcher, 2 made threes for him. And he has 4 free throws attempted before we'll then have 2 free throws attempted by Trey Kaufman-Wren. So this is going to be 6 free throws in a row. First made by Fletcher Lawyer.
Good call, Rob. I had forgotten about Trey's free throws as Fletcher rattles in that next free throw or the front of the rim.
Yes, we still have 2 more for Trey after Fletcher's done.
Wow.
I missed that one off the right side of the rim. Purdue is leading now 50-28. 1 more for Fletcher Lawyer. Got it. The unexpected happens every day. When it does, head to Kohl's and Kohl's.com for everything your family needs. Kohl's, where families come first. Fletch made 3 of 4. And now we resume action with Trey Kaufman-Wren shooting 2 foul shots.
Did you pick up on that, Rob? Jeffrey Anderson, pretty quick with the whistle there. Fletcher's shot was like still in midair, and he blows the whistle like to alert the people to come in for Trey's free throws. But, man, can we see Fletcher's free throw go through the net first?
Trey makes the foul shot. He has 11 points, and he gets 1 more foul shot.
It was funny. I saw the panic on Fletcher's face when the whistle came. I think he was worried, like, did I step over the line or something?
Yeah, sure. Trey made both. Trey is perfect at the line today after just 1 of 6 Thursday. Purdue's up 53-28. 15:40 remains in the game. Purdue trying to get to Indianapolis and play in front of what we'd think would be a Purdue partisan crowd, and a turnover. Brown tried to throw it in the right corner and threw it out of bounds. McNeese gives the ball right back to Purdue.
We had a tough angle, but I think actually what happened, Rob, is I think he dribbled off his foot, and it careened out of bounds.
Gotcha. Backcourt, Braden Smith, full court pressure, turned it over. Garcia, a steal, a left-handed layup. No, missed it. Rebounded Shoemate, and he was fouled. Oh, Purdue turns it over against the full court press. The foul on Camden Heide, his 3rd. And Purdue defended the initial shot off the turnover okay, but Shoemate comes flying in out of nowhere, gets a rebound, and Shoemate to the foul line where he is only a 43% foul shooter.
Well, good thing they fouled him and didn't allow him to convert the N1. If there's a strong chance he's going to miss at least one of these free throws, which based on the percentage, he will, and he does.
He misses the first. Shoemate had 13 points, 11 rebounds against Clemson on Thursday. What a career for Shoemate. 1,700 points, 1,100 rebounds.
Wow.
That's an amazing career.
How about this, Rob? Purdue up 25 points.
Oh, he missed that one badly. Wow. He almost banked it in. Rebounded by the Boilermakers' Camden Heide.
Purdue up 25 points, and Braden Smith has a 1-to-5 assist-to-turnover ratio. Pretty remarkable to think, with his struggles taking care of the rock, we're lead like this.
Lawyer, a 3 from the right corner, short. Rebounded by Charles Jr. of McNeese. 15 minutes to go in the game. Purdue up by 25. Driving. Brown, layup good. No one slowed him down. 4 points for Tajon Brown off the bench. Really has given him a spark today. Purdue up 53-30. They'll put on that full court pressure. They're going to try to trap Braden in half court. He dribbles out of some trouble. Throws it to Heide in the right corner. Now out to Lawyer. Now Purdue recycles and can finally run offense with 15 on the shot clock. Braden Smith, perimeter right dribbling, feeding Cox. Swing it left side, Camden Heide outside of the arc by a step to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 5. Braden between the leg dribble, lost the ball, needs to hurry. Shot clock at 3. Deep 3, right wing, air ball out of bounds. At least it's a dead ball turnover. 14:24 remains in the game. That was outstanding half-court defense by McNeese. They did not allow Purdue to catch a breath there.
They did not give them credit for sure, at least Purdue, from a standpoint of where we're at in this game. Taking 30 seconds off the clock and setting your defense when you got a 23-point lead, there's worse things than that.
Well said. Brown, right to left in his blue uniform. Topside feed, Murray with a catch. He's trying to back down Braden Smith. Spins into trouble. Double team, stepped away from it. Blocked. Blocked by Trey Kaufman-Renn. Purdue's in transition. It's a 3-on-2, and Purdue turned it over. Braden threw a bounce pass at the ankles of Fletcher Lawyer, out of bounds. Oh, Purdue had numbers, and a bad pass leads to a turnover. Give the ball right back to the Cowboys with 14 minutes remaining in the game. Purdue leading 53-30.
That's one Braden's going to want back. He tried a little no-look bounce pass there, and I think just that fraction of no-look cost him.
Murray, free throw line, sizing up Braden Smith, trying to back him down. Spinning, shooting, this time missing. Tipped at it and tipped it in. One-handed, right-handed tip for Murray. He tipped it right into the basket. It's now Purdue 53, McNeese 32.
How about that block shot by Kaufman?
And a Braden Smith foul. He was trying to push off to get open to catch a pass. He pushed off of Brown. Official was right on top of the call. I watched it. It was a good call. Second foul on Braden Smith and a Purdue turnover.
Braden just getting caught up in the game a little bit, the emotions of it. The physicality of Brown has got him certainly frazzled a little bit, and obviously he's mad at himself with some of the turnovers too.
11 Purdue turnovers. McNeese forces 14 a game. Purdue needs to keep playing here. 21-point lead, but 13:28 to go. Murray spinning. Down low feed. Selebange missed the bunny. Oh, he had a right-handed layup, and he missed it, and then it was tipped out of bounds. Purdue keeps it. Selebange, he's mad at himself, but look at his teammates wearing him out, too. I mean, come on, be a better teammate. Murray is screaming at Selebange. How did you miss that?
Yeah, that's a big miss there. They got a lot of momentum on their side right now.
Yes,
if they finish that layup.
Brown tipped it out of bounds. Boy, Brown is, I'm telling you what, he is right up in the uniform of Braden Smith. I mean, right up in his jersey. They're sharing the same uniform. Purdue in the backcourt to Braden Smith with Brown on him. Bringing it up the far sideline, Braden Smith. Stopping on the left arc. Picks up the dribble. Purdue will feed it to Fletcher Lawyer. Right side to Colvin. 13:07 to go in a game. Left wing catch, Lawyer. Lobs into Trey Kaufman-Renn on the left block. Here comes a double team at TKR. Brown tied him up but fouled. Brown stuck his hand in there but fouled his second foul. I tell you, man, this Tijon Brown.
Spicy.
Oh, boy, tough. Not afraid to stick his nose in there, regardless. But the problem for McNeese, when you start counting the technical fouls, that's now team foul number 7. So Purdue gets to shoot foul shots for the final 13:01.
Yeah, that's going to be tough for them, certainly, because to come back in this game, they're going to have to get super physical pressure. And if you're continually putting Purdue at the line, it's going to make it difficult to come back.
A 1-and-1 for Trey. Missed it. Trey Kaufman-Renn missed it. Now Purdue will have to do its part and make foul shots. Here comes McNeese in a hurry. Deep 3 on the way. Good from the deep right wing. Sincere Parker. All of a sudden, it's 53-35, and the McNeese fans, they're on their feet. They want their team to find a way to get back into this ball game. 12:40 to go. Miles Colvin needs to hurry. Purdue's going to get a 10-second count here, but Miles lost it at midcourt. Tried to pick it up. Gives it to Fletcher Lawyer. Purdue caught a major break here. Heide going to fake a 3. Gives to Trey Kaufman. No, turned it over. Tried to give it to Trey, and it was stolen. He was stolen by Joe Charles. McNeese the ball. Driving here. Deep 18-footer is no good. Weak side rebound, Miles Colvin. The shot was missed by Sincere Parker, and he had a good look. We're down at 12:07 to go. McNeese is not going quietly. Purdue up 53-35, but the Cowboys are fighting. Short roll. Catches the free throw line. Kaufman-Renn to Fletcher Lawyer. His 3 is on the way. It is in and out. No good. Tipped around. Grabbed out of there by Charles of McNeese. Under 12 to go, but McNeese the ball. 53-35 Boilermakers. Tajon Brown, guarded by Camden Heide. High right wing on a perimeter. Dribbles to the free throw line. Kick it out for Charles 3. It is short. Missed left wing. Rebounded Miles Colvin of Purdue. Boy, Charles is such a good three-point shooter, but not time that time. He had a great look.
Missed that badly. Kind of launched it. Felt like rushed it almost.
Yeah, agreed. 36% three-point shooter on the season. 11:20 to go. Fletcher Lawyer, perimeter left, just outside of the arc. Ball above his head. Throws it inside. Left block. Caught Trey Coffin. Now to Colvin. Catch and shoot. 3 for Miles. Colvin is short. Parker with a rebound from McNeese. Purdue struggling to make shots right now. Leading 53-35, however. Sincere Parker stopped on the left elbow extended. Gives to Murray. Murray coming downhill on the right side of the paint. Got to the rim. Shoots a shot. Scored, and he was fouled by Purdue's Camden Heide. 4 fouls on Cam Heide. McNeese keeps coming. 11:02 to go in a game. Timeout on the floor. Purdue 53, McNeese 37 on a Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
U.S. Foods and the Purdue Boilermakers. What a recipe for success. Like Purdue, we both stand for quality and value. From our state-of-the-art Indianapolis-based distribution center, we at U.S. Foods are committed to meeting our customers' needs by providing all your quality food service and equipment products throughout all of Indiana and Northern Kentucky. It's what we do to bring guests into your business every day that makes the difference. Enjoy the game and remember, U.S. Foods, the official food service supplier of Purdue Athletics.
This Valentine's Day, fall in love with the internet of your dreams from MetroNet. Get 1 gig 100% fiber internet for only $49.95 a month and experience blazing fast speeds that'll make your heart race. And here's the cherry on top. Sign up by March 3rd and you'll receive a $100 Amazon gift card. Don't wait. Visit Metronet.com to learn more. Get Metronet and love your internet. Terms and conditions apply.
At Indiana Kitchen Premium Pork Products, just 20 miles down the road from Mackey Arena, we're not just really good bacon makers.
We're Purdue alumni.
We're student interns.
We're student parents. We're fans.
We're season ticket holders.
We're John Purdue Club members.
We're boilermakers.
I'm Russ Sherwood, president at Indiana Kitchen, and on behalf of everyone here, we're proud to say our bacon is more than just locally made. Our Indiana Kitchen bacon is boiler made.
Visit IndianaKitchen.com, proud sponsor of Purdue Athletics.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Purdue 53, McNeese 37. 11:02 remaining in the game. McNeese at the foul line when we return to try to complete an and one. Purdue men's basketball postseason is sponsored by BW Fusion. Say hello to the only end-to-end manufacturer of crop nutrition and biological products, delivering data-backed solutions that put more money in farmers' pockets. Ready to grow stronger, healthier crops and maximize your ROI. Learn more at bw-fusion.com. BW Fusion, proud presenting sponsor of Purdue men's basketball postseason.
Well, the Boilers here have left the door open just a crack for these Cowboys of McNeese. 5 turnovers in the last 15 minutes and 47 seconds. That's got to be wrong. Scoring drought, it says 15 minutes and 47 seconds. That can't be right.
That is not right.
Our live stats are betraying us here, but we have left the door open by missing some open shots. Fletcher Lawyer, a couple open looks. Miles Colvin, an open look. And then these turnovers here have left the door open, also missing a front end of a 1-on-1 by Trey Kaufman-Wren. It's allowed McNeese to get back in this game.
Murray, the free throw shooter, missed it. Rebounded Jakari Harris. One thing that's not helping the Cowboys are missing free throws here.
2 for 9 at the line.
10:50 to go. Purdue the ball, left to right, white uniforms. The 4 seed against the 12 seed McNeese Cowboys, who beat the 5 seed Clemson on Thursday. Top of the key catch, C.J. Cox. Shot clock at 8. Left side, it goes to Miles Colvin. Shot clock at 5. Now to Braden Smith. Back to C.J. Open 3 on the way. Right wing. Good to C.J. Cox. Oh, we needed that one, baby. Thank you, CJ, says the Boilermaker fans. Purdue's up 56-37. Tijon Brown, left block, will stop. Picked up the ball. He's covered up by Colvin. Still spinning. Still pivoting. Still pivoting. Now gives to Murray. Just inside of the left arc. Switched off on Colvin. Murray wants to try to back down Miles Colvin. Spins into the paint. Shoots a wild shot and is fouled. Oh, Purdue just needs to do a better job of just walling up and not fouling. You have forced Murray into a very difficult shot. 6 feet away from the basket. But Purdue reaches, fouls, and to the foul line will go Mr. Murray. That's Brandon Murray. Played his freshman year at LSU. His sophomore year at Georgetown. Last year he was at Ole Miss. Now he's at McNeese. He was a Maryland Mr. Basketball as a high school senior and a state champion to boot. And that time he makes the foul shot.
Their struggles at the line have killed them at times when they've had some momentum and then they miss those free throws. And not only is it another point or two on the board that they're not getting in those moments, but it also just hurts their momentum. It's kind of deflating when you miss those free throws, but tough foul to go against Miles. Felt like Murray really got into his body on that one.
Murray made both foul shots, and it allows them to set up their full court pressure. 2 fouls on Miles Colvin. Backcourt, Braden Smith over the timeline. Brown guards him. We're down to 10 minutes to go exactly. Purdue leading 56-39 here in Providence. They double-team the ball, do the Cowboys. Purdue swings it left wing to Jakari Harris. Shot clock down to 10. Right wing Colvin fakes the three. Now lobs it into Trey Kaufman-Wren. He goes strong. Count the basket. And a foul. Silavangi the foul. The bucket Trey Kaufman-Wren. Purdue leads 58-39. And the Boilermakers at the line for an and one. Purdue's Degree Plus gives students the chance to earn a Bachelor of Science and one from the College of Liberal Arts, both in 4 years. Check out the Liberal Arts Degree Plus. See if and one is right for you.
That's a nice patient play there by Miles Colvin. Could have had a catch and shoot opportunity, would have been slightly contested. Clock was starting to get a little bit low, 10, 12 seconds, but instead uses the shot fake, clears the passing lane for Kaufman-Wren, who had Silabange sealed. And then Kaufman-Wren knows what to do with it when he gets it there, goes straight up and finishes through the contact.
Trey makes the foul shot, so he completes the and one. Trey is 5 of 6 at the foul line today after being 1 of 6 Thursday. Purdue's up 59-39. We have 9:40 remaining. Javon Garcia between the rings. Left side chest pass. Murray working on Jakari. Finds Shoemate for an open layup. Good drive and dish. Shoemate was open under the basket. 6 points for Shoemate. Purdue up 59-41. Jakari Harris now brings the ball over the timeline. Chest pass left wing, caught at the logo by Cox. Right wing arc catch for Kaufman-Wren. Now to Braden Smith. Shot clock at 15. Game clock at 9:14. Trey Kaufman-Wren drives on the right block. Shoots a wild shot. Tipped at it and kept it alive. Harris will shoot it. He'll miss. Rebounded this time by Murray of McNeese. Murray and McNeese on the run. Right to left, they're in a hurry. Murray coming down the right side of the paint. Lost his balance. He's in trouble. Tied up by Trey Kaufman-Wren. And this will be a held ball. Purdue gets the possession arrow. Murray was coming like a freight train down the right side of the painted area, but he lost his balance. He fell to the ground while holding the ball, and Trey Kaufman-Wren jumped on him to force the tie-up. 8:54 remains in the game.
We'll give Jakari Harris a lot of credit. Misses the three on one end, but doesn't sulk. He sprints back in transition, then got there in the gap and had the active hands on that Murray drive. That's what squirted that ball loose.
Purdue against the full court pressure, man-to-man variety. Jakari Harris breaks it. Jakari, the son of Boilermaker great Glenn Robinson. Braden Smith left arc, top side. Jakari Harris, catch and shoot three. Triple time! Did I say son of Glenn Robinson? I think I mentioned that. Jakari Harris a triple. Purdue leads 62-41.
And we know the son of the big dog knows how to hit big shots in the NCAA tournament. Jakari raises behind Braden Smith on the ball screen action. He was wide open.
Murray will drive. Kick in the corner. Three on the way. Good. Garcia. And a timeout is called. Garcia has made 4 threes. That shot makes it 62-44 with 8:15 to go in the game, and we are going to take a timeout. Join Boilermaker Alliance today, Purdue's official name, image, and likeness collective supporting Purdue athletes. Visit BoilermakerAlliance.com to learn more. On the Central Indiana Honda dealer scoreboard, Purdue 62, McNeese 44. 8:15 to go. This is Boilermaker Basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
At Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First, we do more than lend.
We lift up our rural communities that we serve, too. From our day-to-day business of providing reliable credit to farmers and rural residents, to our community investment efforts and scholarships for college students, we help Indiana's rural communities find their next level. Visit fcma.com to learn more about how we work with partners like Purdue University. Boiler Up. Farm Credit Mid-America and Rural First are equal opportunity lenders.
It's Truck Month with the Ford Crew.
Sam, do you know what these trucks have in common?
They're all Ford trucks.
And
they're built Ford tough?
Also true, but specifically they're Ford F-Series trucks, the best-selling trucks in America for 48 years.
48 years? We should celebrate a month-long event.
Sam.
A truckload of value.
Sam.
Across the entire lineup of Ford trucks.
Sam.
That's called Truck Month already, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I knew it.
Based on 1977 and 2024 CY industry reported total sales.
Boiler up! It's March, and at BW Fusion, we're ready for the madness, proudly bleeding black and gold for Purdue. We've got basketball in our hearts, but we've also got farming in our blood. We became leaders in crop nutrition by rolling up our sleeves alongside Indiana farmers, maximizing ROI, and boosting efficiency every step of the way. BW Fusion, leaders in the field, because of farmers like you. To learn more about BW Fusion, visit bw-fusion.com.
It's that time of year again. My schedule is packed with bracket-busting, three-point shooting, non-stop basketball action. I don't want to miss a second of it. That's why I go for a 5-hour energy shot. They're perfect for my days packed with back-to-back games or when my favorite team's playing late. 5-hour energy keeps me going during the broadcast and the next morning when I need to get myself up and to work. Visit 5hourenergy.com for great deals and to stock up before tip-off.
This is Braden Smith, and you're listening to Purdue Basketball with Rob Blackman and Bobby Buckets Riddell.
Braden Smith has 10 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That means he's 4 assists away from becoming the second player in the history of the NCAA with 500-plus points, 300-plus assists, 150-plus rebounds in a season. The only other guy that's ever done it, Ja Morant. Perhaps you've heard of him. Purdue leading 62-44 as we pause. 10 seconds for station identification. This is Boilermaker basketball from Learfield. Purdue against full court pressure, left to right. 8-12 remains in a game. Purdue has the ball. Purdue has an 18-point lead and gets the 12 seed McNeese Cowboys. Braden Smith handling the pressure. Top side, Miles Colvin catch and shoot 3. Triple time. Miles Colvin, his second made 3 of the game. Purdue extends the lead to 65-44.
Just execution at its finest. Knowing the switch is coming, Colvin slips out of it, right to the top of the key, uncontested triple, and that thing was right down the hatchet.
7:40 remaining. Murray, free throw line, driving on Braden Smith, shooting a fall-away floater and missing. Trey Kaufman-Renn rebounds for the Boilermakers. Trey Kaufman-Renn, what a game he has had for Purdue. 15 points, 11 rebounds, a double-double, his 4th double-double of the season. Braden Smith between the rings. Chest pass, high left arcwards, caught by Lawyer, gives it right back to Braden between the rings. We're at 10 on the shot clock. Now Braden comes off the screen. Trey Kaufman-Renn to Lawyer. Lawyer drives right elbow, rises, shoots, in and out, no good. Tipped around a couple of times. Trey Kaufman-Renn the rebound. He's quadruple teamed and he's fouled. He literally had a blue shirt surrounding from 4 different angles. And to the foul line will go Trey Kaufman-Renn.
TKR playing a little volleyball with himself off the backboard. After the first shot from Fletch rims out, TKR bats it to himself off the glass. And you said it, Rob. He had 4 dudes just completely swarming him. He's like trying to get up for air. Fortunately gets called a foul against McNeese.
He'll shoot free throws when we come back. Right now he has 15 points, 12 boards. On the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard board, timeout on the floor. Purdue is leading 65-44, 7 minutes to play. This is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
This is your moment, your time to shine, your comeback. You're ready for the next step in your career, and you want an education employers respect. So you're not just going back to school, you're coming back with Purdue Global. Backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected public universities, Purdue Global is built for people who bring their life experience into the online classroom. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Talking on the phone is difficult if you've been exposed to loud noises over time. Combat veterans, factory workers, farmers, gun and motorcycle enthusiasts can have trouble hearing on the telephone. Relay Indiana helps return clarity to your phone conversations. Relay Indiana also provides free loaned equipment to those who qualify. Get the CapTel Caption telephone from Relay Indiana. Visit relayindiana.com now.
This is Camden Heidi from Purdue Men's Basketball for my friends at the Halderman Companies, proud supporters of Purdue University. The Halderman team understands the importance of teamwork, execution, and tremendous effort required for us to succeed on the court and provide the same to their clients. Their team includes farm managers, appraisers, and real estate brokers with experience, knowledge, and professionalism to help you accomplish your farm goals. If it has anything to do with the business of farming, Halderman can help. Visit halderman.com today to learn more.
We know to contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before every dig. But did you also know spraying a white line around the area you plan to dig means utility flags will only go in that area? Fewer flags in the yard? Easier mowing? Everybody wins.
Everybody except my kid. I don't want to mow the yard.
Everybody except for your kid wins. Contact Indiana 811 at least 2 working days before picking up a shovel. It's the only way to dig. Learn more at 811.safedigindiana.com.
Purdue 65, McNeese 44. The Boilermakers 37 rebounds, McNeese 20. This is the second tournament game in a row that the Boilermakers have dominated the glass. The 2024-25 Purdue basketball season presented by Purdue Global. Earn a degree you'll be proud of with Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults and the preferred online university degree provider of the Guild and Team USA Learning Network. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu. Rob Blackman with Bobby Riddell. We welcome you to Providence, Rhode Island. Purdue trying to hold on and move on with a 21-point lead against McNeese in this NCAA tournament second-round game. At the foul line for Purdue, this is Trey Kaufman-Renn. This is a 1-and-1. No, it's 2-shot foul, isn't it? Yeah, he was fouled in the act of shooting, and he missed it.
Oh. Didn't realize they gave him that active shooting there, but you're right, as he was kind of swirling through that quadruple team.
I need to update my rebounding. By the way, Trey with 15 points and 14 rebounds. 14, not 12, as I told you a moment ago. He made the second foul shot, so now he has 16 and 14. His fourth double-double of the season. 14 rebounds is a season high. Purdue's up by 22 points, under 7 to go. Copeland with a ball between the rings. Jakari Harris is guarding him. He's dribbling to the right elbow. He is stopping, kicking in the opposite left corner. Down to the top of the key to Murray. Murray will fake a 3. He will drive. He'll stop at the left block. He'll kick it to the far right wing. Deep 3 on the way. It is good. A 3 is made by Sincere Parker. His second made 3 of this game. Purdue's up 66-47. 6.5 minutes remaining.
Good inside-out action there by McNeese offensively, and Parker's shown he can hit those shots. Not a great percentage, 29%, but capable.
Lawyer, top of the key. He'll shoot a 3. There it is. A triple. Fletcher Lawyer. It's a big one, fans. He's just tied DJ Bird 10th all-time when it comes to career three-point shooting. That's his 195th made 3. He ties Birdseed. DJ Bird for 10th place. 3 on the way. Parker. That one's in and out. No good. Rebounded Miles Colvin. Less than 6 minutes remaining. Matt Painter holds up the stop sign. He says, let's burn some clock, gentlemen. Purdue's up 69-47. Braden Smith, top of the key. Fletcher Lawyer, inside it goes to Trey Kaufman-Renn. What a pass from Lawyer. What a finish by Trey Kaufman-Renn. And now the Boilermakers are chugging along the tracks, leading 71-47. Deep 3, Garcia, well short, air ball, out of bounds. No, saved in bounds, but saved right to Trey Kaufman-Renn. Parker saved it to a Boilermaker. We're down to 5:20 to go in a game. Purdue leading 71-47. Is a destination Indianapolis in the cards? It's starting to look like it, fans. Still a long way to go. Driving lawyer, stopping at the free throw line, bouncing inside of Trey Kaufman-Renn. You know what? I think Trey wants to get to Indianapolis. He banks one in. Purdue's up 73-47.
Trey says, I want to get another 20-point production, and Trey with his 20th point of the afternoon.
To go with his 14 rebounds. Driving Parker, wild shot, missing from the right block, rebounded Miles Colvin. Now Matt Painter gives up a two-handed stop sign. Coach is getting serious over there. This was not a one-handed stop sign. This was a two-handed. Slow down. 4:40 remaining. The clock is ticking. Tick. We're down to 4:35. Trey Kaufman-Renn left block. Called for a charge. Copeland fell backwards. He flopped. Trey Kaufman-Renn, he knocked him over. Was it a flop? Was it a block? Was it a charge? You know what? My opinion doesn't matter. There's one opinion, and that's of official Jeffrey Anderson, and he calls a charging foul on Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Well, you can see McNeese starting to lose some of the enthusiasm here as this game getting away from them. They don't have quite the same intensity level. Some of the shot selection pretty bad. Purdue now just simply needs to run this clock out.
Purdue at 73 points against a team in McNeese that only allows 64 a game. Driving in Parker, left wing, reverse layup good. He came in from the left baseline with a reverse layup with the right hand. Sincere Parker has 12 points. Purdue in the backcourt against some full court pressure with 4 minutes remaining. Purdue leading 73-49. And now a turnover, Jakari Harris. No, he got it back. Jakari got it back. Now it's loose on the floor. Held ball, and McNeese will have the possession arrow. It does turn out to be a turnover. Timeout on the floor, 3:54 remaining. Purdue 73, McNeese 49. Is Purdue about to hold another NCAA tournament foe to under 70? It's the Central Indiana Honda Dealer scoreboard, and this is Boilermaker basketball on the Purdue Global Sports Network from Learfield.
The best cars for the money are Hondas. Now, save big with 0% APR. The 25 Accord, Civic, Passport, and Odyssey have been named the best cars for the money by U.S. News & World Report. Save thousands with 0%, like the 24 Prologue with 0 APR. To drive the best, search a local Honda dealer today. See dealer for financing agents, financing with credit approval offer ends 4/30/25. View U.S. News best cars at cars.usnews.com. You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
We Boilermakers show our pride in a number of ways. From a Purdue flag flying high on game day to a black and gold tie worn to the office. That loyalty is built on precious memories, time-honored traditions, and lifelong friendships. It's everlasting, and it stays with you wherever you go. So whether you're at Mackey Arena, your hometown grocery store, or across the country, the pride is always there. And now with the Purdue Federal Visa Signature Card, you have one more way to show your pride. Purdue Federal, the official credit card for Purdue fans everywhere. Federally insured by NCUA.
Keystone Cooperative is centered on delivering the farmer-owned cooperative of the future, starting today. Centered on the valued relationships that have built and grown the cooperative for 100 years, Keystone specializes in refined fuels, seriously local propane, agronomy, grain, animal nutrition, and swine production. We strive to lead, serve, grow, and embrace our cooperative advantage. Keystone Cooperative, centered on you, and proud to fuel the Boilermakers.
Purdue 73, McNeese 49. 3:54 remains in the game in Providence, Rhode Island. Today's game brought to you by the Progressive Keys to Progress program, providing cars to veterans in need. I'm Rob Blackman with my broadcast partner Bobby Buckets Riddell. Purdue had a 38-20 lead at half. The Boilermakers have outscored McNeese 35-29 in the second half. That's why the Boilermakers right now are in a position to advance on to Indianapolis. Quick reminder, fans, that game is a Friday-Sunday affair in Indy. Those are Friday-Sunday games at Lucas Oil Stadium, remember, not at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. Game not over, but McNeese is going to have to have a comeback for the ages here. Clock ticking, 3:50. Copeland driving, kicking in the left corner. Garcia fakes a three, run off the line by Harris of Purdue. Gives to Parker, who will drive, he will shoot, he will score in a foul, and this will help now. This will help McNeese stay in the game because Parker's layup with a foul stops the clock and gives him a chance at an and one. Personal foul going against the Boilermakers on Fletcher Lawyer. It is his first.
There wasn't a whole lot of contact there. Just saw the replay. Fletch pretty straight up, but Fletch didn't jump, and I think that's where maybe he got him. They'll give you that verticality if you jump, but if you're in the charge arc area and you don't jump, they'll get you for the blocking foul sometimes if there's any contact at all.
Parker completes the and one. 13 points for Parker. He averages 12 a game. Here's the full court press. Purdue has turned it over 14 times, now 15. Stolen, and a drive and a dunk. A drive and a dunk for Copeland off the steal. It's 73-54 with 3:24 remaining. Purdue has 15 turnovers, but where Purdue's made up the difference has been in rebounding. Purdue has 20 more rebounds than McNeese has. Purdue this time breaks the pressure, threw it to Lawyer, and he got hammered. He got thrown to the ground. And good sportsmanship by both Charles and Copeland to help Fletch up off of the ground. Fletch caught it at the midcourt circle, and they literally tackled him like a couple of free safeties closing in on a wide receiver. Again, both players showed good sportsmanship to help Fletcher up off of the deck. And Fletcher will have 2 free throws now with the clock stopped at 3:10.
Fletcher looking at his right elbow a little bit. He landed kind of hard on it. It's like, no, he's already got the one elbow injury. We can't be having his shooting elbow get hurt.
He does make the foul shot. 4 of 5 free throw shooting. Remember, Fletcher had 4 free throws in succession earlier in this half after a couple of technical fouls against McNeese, one against the coach, one against a player. He missed the second one. 3:07 to go. McNeese only down 20. Parker, perimeter left on a dribble. Attacking Lawyer, spinning, shooting, fall away left elbow, missed it. That was a terrible looking shot. And Miles Colvin rebound. I mean, that was like...
that's not the shot you went down 20?
That's like something you try at the YMCA against inferior competition, which Purdue is not. Jakari Harris a three. Missed it off the weak side. Saved inbounds by Garcia of McNeese. We're down to 2:35 to go in the game. McNeese coming in a hurry. Throws it inside. It's lost for a moment. Picked up by Copeland. He then lost it again out of bounds. Baseline left. Last touch by whom? They say Purdue. Clock stops. 2:29 to go in the game. 1:17 on the shot clock.
Well, that's one of those. There's no way that's actually off Purdue, but Purdue did swipe it free. But then
just going to give it to the other team.
But Copeland, his momentum is the one who slung that thing 20 feet out of bounds. If that was under 2 minutes, that would be Purdue basketball.
Yeah, we'd be reviewing that sucker. Instead, we're at 2:25 now. Copeland with TKR guarding him. Step back three for Copeland. Misses badly. Rebounded Heidi. Then he lost it. It was picked up and scored. Picked up and scored by Murray of McNeese. Cam had it. Then he lost it. We're down to 2:10 to go in this game. It's 74-56 Purdue. Ahead to Trey Kaufman-Renn. He's all alone underneath the basket and got hammered before he could attempt the layup. Trey was going to shoot a layup, and all of a sudden, in came the Cowboys charging from behind. They brought the cavalry. They fouled him. And they're going to look at this? Boy, I look, it was a hard foul. I certainly did not think there was anything that was out of the ordinary. So the officials go and take a look at the monitor with 2:05 to play. Purdue leading 74-56. Trey Kaufman-Renn will be at the line for 2 free throws. Unless there's more to add on here in the variety of a flagrant foul. Foul was whistled on Sincere Parker, his second. McNeese playing in the NCAA tournament for the 4th time in their school's history. They played in 1989, 2002. They were in the tournament last year, 2024, but were beaten pretty soundly by Gonzaga in a first-round game. And then this year, a Thursday win, 69-67 over Clemson. I do think Purdue benefited greatly by having Clemson play these guys first. Because
no question.
Purdue had a chance to see them live with their own 2 eyes and see just how aggressive, how tough, how athletic they are. You would agree with me, Bob. Clemson was caught off guard by that toughness and athleticism. At least we thought watching courtside Thursday. Purdue was not caught off guard. They knew what was coming.
I 100% agree with that. I think it worked heavily in Purdue's favor to be able to see, wow, this is what McNeese can bring if you are not mentally and physically prepared. And our coaching staff then had a full day and a half to get this team ready to rock and roll, and you saw the way Purdue started the game. They kind of set the tone early, moving the basketball, getting open shots, cashing them in, and they were ready for the physical toughness that McNeese was going to bring. And then McNeese, they didn't make shots early in the game. They are fueled by scoring the basketball, causing turnovers, other teams missing shots. Purdue didn't give them a lot of fuel today, which has also helped.
Well, the officials have broken up their video monitor conversation. What happened, though?
Copeland's 5th foul, I believe.
Oh, were they maybe just checking to see who the foul was on? Maybe that was it. It is Copeland's 5th, and he does foul out of the game. Quadir Copeland, the transfer from Syracuse. Might he end up at NC State next season with Coach Will Wade? He does have a year remaining.
Certainly possible.
Well, this was a flagrant. Trey's at the line all by himself, and he makes the foul shot. So it is ruled a flagrant foul. Purdue's going to get 2 shots on the ball. Purdue's now up 75-56 with 2:05 remaining. Another 20-point game for Trey Kaufman-Renn, 21 points, 15 rebounds. It's his 19th 20-point game of the year, and he made both free throws.
Yep, you're right. So they were reviewing for a flagrant. They determined it was flagrant, but it was also Copeland who was the guy who committed said foul, and that's why he had to exit the game with it being his 5th.
Purdue inbounds, baseline right. 2:05 to go. Braden Smith catches in the right corner. Braden's played every minute of this tournament. He has not come out of the game. He's played every second of this tournament. He's played every 10th of a second of this tournament. Lobbing and steal. Garcia, the lob was thrown in there for Trey Kaufman-Renn. Garcia stole it, the bad pass from Miles Colvin, and at the other end, Parker will score. 15 in the game for Sincere Parker and the Cowboys. 1:38 to play. And another turnover by Miles Colvin, this time against full court pressure. Well, the turnover is that's going to be an ugly stat line for Purdue when this game's over. Purdue's going to win the game. Driving, scoring Brown, and a timeout, McNeese. They're only taking a timeout because Will Wade wants to sub. Will Wade's going to go deep to his bench now, get some of his seldom-used players into the game with 1:25 to go. Purdue leading 76-60. Will Wade's going to play some of the guys that don't play very much. Eric Villarreal, a freshman from Houston, has come into the game. So has Lamont Evans, a junior from Hollywood, Florida. Guys that rarely get a chance to play in the game, but they're playing now for McNeese. Purdue leading 76-60 with 1:25 remaining in the game. McNeese does stay in the full court press, even though they brought in the bench warmers. They're not going to give up on the full court pressure. Jakari Harris comes over the timeline and had it stolen. A run out for Tijon Brown. He'll dunk with 1:10 to go in the game. It's a 14-point lead. 8 points off the bench for Brown. Boy, the turnover number is going to look real ugly for Purdue here at the end, unfortunately. I think that's now number 18, I think. Purdue only averages 10 a game. But again, Purdue's dominated on the glass, so they've flipped the possessions in that way. Evans guarding Braden Smith. We're down to 45 seconds to go. Braden in the front court to Jakari Harris. He dribbles left elbow, steps in, shoots a short floater. It's no good. Rebounded out of there by Murray of McNeese. 35 seconds remaining. Evans was going to shoot a 3, had it knocked out of his hands, out of bounds, and it's going to be Purdue ball. 33.3 to go. Purdue leading 76-62.
You're right. The turnover number is certainly going to be something unfortunate to see for Purdue, but a lot of them happened, granted, when this game was no longer in doubt.
There's about a 3-second difference, shot clock, game clock. Purdue fans on their feet and ready to start getting on their phones and trying to find some tickets for Lucas Oil Stadium next Friday night. Purdue might take a turnover here. I think they will. Matt Painter says, don't shoot. Please don't shoot. We'll take the turnover.
I do. That's a good point. I like the fact that the Purdue fans get a chance to get after those tickets before anyone else does.
This is the first game of the day in the tournament here on this Saturday. Players are already shaking hands at midcourt as the clock stops on the violation of 3.3. McNeese throws it inbounds. This game will go final. Survive, advance, keep yourself going in the big dance. And that's what the Boilermakers do here today. Purdue on to the Sweet 16 for the second season in a row, and the Boilermakers are headed to Indianapolis and Lucas Oil Stadium as the Boilermakers survive 76-62, a winner over McNeese. Boilermakers at an 18-point lead at the half. They end up winning by 16. We're going to visit with one of the Boilermaker assistant coaches here in just a moment. I think most of you that have joined us over the years, NCAA tournament, know that when it comes to post-game play, we don't always have a chance to talk to Coach Painter because of his obligations contractually from the NCAA and, more importantly, the television networks. So we talk to an assistant coach, and we visit with assistant coach Terry Johnson. Coach Johnson's going to join us.
How we doing, babe?
Post-game comments presented by Saab, keeping people and society safe. Well, I'm doing super there, Terry Johnson. Hey, so many things to talk about here in a short amount of time. Let's start with this. The fact that you guys got off to such a good start to start the game. You weren't turning it over. You were making open shots. You were defending well. The coaches had emphasized that for the last 48 hours. Have to get off to a good start against these guys, and you did that. That really helped.
Hey, that helped out a lot. Our guys did a great job. And looking for impactful in a lot of ways, whether it be scoring, whether it be assists, or whether it be rebounds.
Yeah, it's pushing the pace, and St. John's wants to play fast. I think he's a better rebounding guard than Simeon Wiltshire. I think he's just stronger. He's basically a grown man, and Simeon is still developing that